What's good, fans? This is El Tirador, Alex Rivera, also known as the Latin Shooter, and you're watching BJ and DG Talk Wrestling. Check it out. Ah, yeah!
Welcome back, everybody. BJ here, DG there.
What is going on? And below us, Pete the Wall Peters.
Yeah, what's up, guys? Happy Cinco de Mayo.
It is Cinco de Mayo. Yes,
Mas
it is.
tequila.
Revenge of the 5th. And then of the 6th as well tomorrow. So there's a lot of vengeance coming up. But
Huzzah.
how was everybody's week so far?
Dude, loving it. This weather couldn't ask for anything better. Like, it's gorgeous out. Sun is out.
Honestly, the weather's been great, but I've just been tolerating anything that happens this week just to get through to this very moment.
It is a very important moment. We have a lot going on today. In a moment, we'll be bringing on one of two guests. One for a special announcement of stuff going forward with the channel. And another channel as well. And then our special guest, JJ Smith, as well. So, I guess we'll start. Our first, real quick, to make our announcement. You've seen him if you've watched Pro Wrestling and PWU, anything that happens at the Pro Wrestling Star Academy. He's also one of the people who make all the awesome t-shirts you see a lot of the guys wearing. Also made our BJ and DG Talk Wrestling shirts. Yeah, besides that Rick Blade shirt.
We just so happen to wear shirts that aren't made. I can go run to my closet and grab 3. I have a bunch.
I was about to say, what's the t-shirt I'm wearing under my hoodie? And it's a Triple H shirt. So but I am wearing my Wicked Works hat.
There you go.
I am wearing something. But yeah, let me bring him on. You've seen him as a referee at the Pro Wrestling Star Academy. The one and only Danny Ora.
Welcome, Danny.
Thank you, guys. It's been a hot minute, and I swear to God, I'm happy to be here. I know last time I was gonna leave something up, but now we're here, and it's gonna be great, man. I'm happy to be here.
Absolutely. It's a pleasure to have you, man.
All right,
And I'm just disappointed off the rip because nobody's wearing the shirt besides DJ wearing the hat. So that kind of hurts.
Honestly, I literally just I raced to get home, and yeah, I've got 3 shirts right over here. I can toss one on in a heartbeat.
You're good, bro. I'm just teasing.
Well, to handle some housekeeping stuff real quick, Tara, sorry that you're feeling depressed with everything with your mom and stuff. You know, so I will not play the traditional video today.
Understandable.
But then, on the upside, she loves all her Wicked work.
Oh, hell
Thank
yeah.
you, Tara. That has been a great support. Thank you.
I got a Billy shirt, I got a Pat shirt, I got a BJDG shirt, and then I have a shirt that I'm not going to tell anybody that I have because I'm not supposed to have it.
Yeah, we won't say that.
An Alex Rivera shirt.
Yeah, I'll save that for if I'm up in your area sometime.
Oh, hell yeah.
All right.
Hell yeah.
So our special announcement is the collaboration and combining of forces between us here at BJ and DG Talk Wrestling and Danny with Wicked Works. Very excited. So let me change this over now. So now that the Wicked Works logo.
Oh, what?
Presented.
Do it like 2 more times.
Dude, I was sitting there, I was like, I'm looking at the new banner, and I'm looking around, and I'm like, wow, it looks great. You know, I'm so used to the Midnight Express from before, but I'm like, what's this missing spot over here about? Like, what's that about, Ginge? I was going to say it, but I was like, you know what? I'm just going to let it go. But look at that. Perfection. The missing puzzle piece.
Listen, I'm happy. I'm stoked. This is something that I wanted to do since day one, meeting you guys and knowing that you guys had this podcast up and running. And seeing you guys every Friday, you know, it's honestly, we manifested it, and I love it.
Yeah, there's been a lot of talk for a while of us doing some type of work together
Hell
and
yeah.
stuff like that. And things, however they happen, have now ended up with us fully combining forces. So there will be content in the future from Danny and us combined. Danny
Yep.
will be the occasional panelist, if not weekly panelist, on our Tuesday show as well, or any other show. Got to tune in to find out. But
You never
we
know
are
who's going
playing.
to pop up and win.
No, it's an
Yeah.
amazing platform too.
So why don't you tell the people a little bit about yourself real quick?
Yeah, sure. I'm sorry if I'm a little late on my response. Again, it's just a little delayed on my end. But again, let's start. My name is Danny Ora. I am owner of Wicked Works. Again, I do the merch for plenty of people and plenty of promotions, but my home is going to be the Pro Star Wrestling Academy. You guys actually took a chance with me, and now we're shooting to the moon. Look, I'm on the podcast now, so that's something.
Absolutely.
A very accomplished
yeah.
referee at the Pro Wrestling Star Academy as well.
Yes. Also, yeah, I keep forgetting that I do that. Like honestly, I drive over here and I open my trunk to get the shirts out, and then I see my blue referee shirt, and I'm like, oh hell yeah, dude! What match I'm gonna ref tonight? I keep forgetting after that long drive over here. But
Yeah,
it's
it is a bit of a
it's
hike
a great
for you
show.
guys, isn't it? Like you come a pretty good distance.
Yeah, I mean it's a little bit of a drive, but honestly, it's worth it. Again, that building gave us opportunities that not a lot of people will give to somebody who's brand new.
That statement right there. One of the best refs ever. Hell yes.
Thank you. You
I
see,
mean, you can ask certain wrestlers.
we
I'm sure they
best.
won't. I'm sure certain wrestlers won't feel that way. Particularly one that we've seen you get into a tizzy with a few times, Mr. Alex Rivera. But other than that, I feel like most people are very happy with the way you call matches.
Listen, I think I do a fair job. It's Alex getting his own way sometimes.
Agreed. 100% agree.
And think about it, when we first showed up, it was me and Alex, best buds. And now he wants to hang out with Tommy Biz and Mike Trash, and he's doing all these other things now that I got to question who my best friend is sometimes. Or former best friend at this point, maybe.
I get it, man. Like he's definitely been doing some shady stuff. Although I know we're going to get into a little bit later, but the other day it felt like maybe there's a hint in there of hope for Alex. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Just a small
Listen,
hope.
I know Alex is day one, and he has his reasons of doing things. But we just gonna have to watch every Friday.
Agreed.
Yeah. But we also do have our special guest on standby waiting to join, so that might be a good time for that. I'm going to step backstage and let you guys handle the interview. But I would like to welcome to the show J.J. Smith.
Hello.
Hell yeah.
Welcome, JJ.
How we doing? How we doing, everybody?
Doing great, bud.
So I got a question right off the bat for everyone.
Oh, whoa. We're getting
Sorry, I know this is my interview, but I got a question right off the bat here. So I see it's the BJ and DG podcast, right? I get the BJ. I get the DG. How does Pete fit into this? Where's his name in the title?
He came along later.
Oh.
Yeah, they were doing it for like a year, and then I popped on a couple months ago.
Well, Pete, if they're getting paid, I bet you better, make sure you get your cut too. So.
I appreciate that, JJ. Look at me out, man.
That's all I'm saying.
His payment comes. Yeah, his payment comes in losing predictions and taking the punishments for him. That's his payment. And then also hot dogs and handshakes when called.
Okay, you know what? That's the genuine wrestler compensation, so I accept that. I accept that hot dog and handshake. So there you go.
But I will let you guys handle this interview, and I will pop back on at the end.
Well, JJ, welcome. We'd like to officially, it's nice to have you on the podcast. You've definitely been making a statement, making yourself known, seen at the Pro Wrestling Star Academy over the past couple months, and with an impressive in-ring. I'm not going to lie, when I first saw you come out, I was a little confused with the whole, nerds rule. I mean, clearly I'm a nerd and I'm proud of it. But I was like,
Right.
I wonder what he's bringing to the table. And you're kind of deceptive because, we normally think of a nerd who's like, a scrawny guy who can't throw down and is like, but you throw down, man. Like, how long have you been doing this for?
I have been training for 4 years now. I've been actively wrestling in matches for 3.
Okay.
I've had over 100 at this point. I started training, and I still train with Alpha Junior at Battlefield Pro Wrestling.
Oh wow. Okay. Yeah.
He took over after his father could no longer, he passed away now, but then at the time he was no longer able to coach and teach. So he took over what was WXW and is now Battlefield Pro Wrestling Training Center. And so that's where I first signed up. And, I figured as much as, the Pro Wrestling Star Academy has a great training academy, I figured there's no better way to get your start than with the Samoans. So,
No, obviously.
Oh, yeah.
Mhm.
Agreed.
Mm-hmm.
How many promotions have you wrestled in now? I mean, you said 100 matches, so I imagine it's a pretty good number.
It's been a few. I'd say the majority have been with AFA in Battlefield. I'm really glad to be here at SPO to get more reps and get my name out there more. But I've worked for a decent amount. There's obviously some big promotions I've never touched that I would just waiting for my time,
Yeah.
I guess, to get places like ACW, places like MCW, all these huge promotions that I'd love to stop by one day. But I've been around a little bit, I think, at least in PA, New Jersey area. So
Is that where you're based out of?
yes, I'm from PA.
Okay.
PA. Mm-hmm.
Have you done any countrywide wrestling, or you generally just stick to the East Coast?
The farthest I've gone was Florida. I have not been outside the country yet. Definitely a goal of mine. Yeah.
Cool.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I feel like I've hogged a certain part of the questioning, so I open it up to my fellow podcasters.
So who else were you trained by? I mean, no one's ever just trained by one person.
It's a good question. So I'll throw off his name. I'll throw Sam Adams' name. I know he's kind of gotten himself a bad reputation here at SPO. The people don't really like him. He's kind of been taking a lot of losses. I know he just got choke slammed out of his shoes by Big Bill last Friday. But he has been quite the mentor to me. He's taught me some tricks of the trade, so to speak. He's been around for 20 plus years. So he's
Wow.
seen some stuff. He's been a lot of different places. He's met a lot of different people that are now on TV and stuff. Like a lot of the guys, I found out recently that Adam Cole was someone he trained with, I believe, or something. So
Oh, wow.
he runs deep in the wrestling world today, whether, people I don't think he gets enough credit, and I don't think he is where he should be, so to speak. I think his ceiling is still pretty high, but he's definitely one of them. Alpha, as we mentioned. And then I'll throw South Philly's finest in there. Jimmy Conway, Luca Brasi, they've also been coaches to me. They've helped me out a lot, and they've taught me, they've been around and wrestled everybody too. So they've kind of showed me the ropes, so to speak, a little bit. They've also kicked my ass a lot, and I like to think I've kicked
That's all part of training.
Yeah.
This is how a fist feels. Ugh.
Or a chop. This is how a chop feels. They love the chop.
Dude, you were dishing out some massive chops Friday night against Declan, man.
Now you know where I get them from. Yeah.
Now it makes sense.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Oh, man.
Yeah, sorry, it's loud.
Oh.
Cool. So you brought up Declan. I'd like to make a point here, if that's okay.
Oh, absolutely. Listen, I can hog the mic for questions for days, but
that's fine.
Would love to hear your perspective.
So, first of all, this guy's a psychopath. I don't know why he's allowed in this company. He's a little bit crazy. First of all, chokes me with the bag at the end. Isn't the referee supposed to check them before that? Aren't they supposed to pat down the wrestlers? I got patted down. I don't know
I can't say I've really seen many matches where a ref pats down the wrestler.
No, I mean, you do see it occasionally. I just, maybe he keeps it in a place that wouldn't normally get patted down.
You usually see it on more dirty wrestlers like a Logan Paul who's going to bust out the brass knucks occasionally. But
Yeah. Well, I mean,
like if you think about the texture of a plastic bag, it's not really like you can't really feel it in the pockets, right? Like
but it's going to crinkle.
My point is there needs to be more efficiency when it comes to checking for, these illegal weapons that, first of all, the match was over at this point. So for those watching that didn't see, I was this close to beating Declan. He got the roll up on me, and then out of nowhere, he tries to show respect. So I'm like, okay, you know what? I'll show respect. It was a good match, whatever. He proceeds to punch me in the balls, choke me with a bag, and then pile drive me. Like,
Yep.
Did I deserve any of that?
Listen, I'm not going to say you deserve any of that. However, he pulled the same thing at the beginning of the match. He went to shake your hand and he smacked you in the face.
He did.
So, kind of fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me, or however that saying goes.
That's not how that goes.
As someone who unfortunately did lose that match, I felt it was my duty to then, accept and respect the fact that he did beat me. And so I did stick my hand out there again,
Fair.
But I wasn't ready for that lowlife to just viciously assault me like that. I mean, that's why you saw me kind of lose my.
You took it out on the audience. You flipped on all of us.
Now, listen, I would like to apologize to all the fans here. Sometimes I tend to fly off the handle. Won't be the last time that happens. Anyway, can you kind of understand my frustration, though? I mean,
absolutely, I understand your frustration. But
this guy who should be in prison probably came out here with a bag and choked me out. That's an unsafe work environment, if you ask me. You know what I mean?
Well, plastic bags are illegal in New Jersey, so he's smuggling them from across the bridge. So it's like a double felony.
Yeah, there's got to be some we need some lawyers to look into this.
But to be fair, the referee in the ring was Isaiah, and I'm sure he wasn't going to try and stop Declan because, I mean, we've seen Isaiah get destroyed by Mike Sr., so,
aren't the refs supposed to protect us, especially after the match? Aren't they
You need somebody like Danny Aura.
No, Danny, where were you?
Match.
Danny, where were you?
He just refereed the match before.
Okay, well,
listen, JJ, I believe I had one of your matches before, man, and I was up close and personal. See your skills in the ring. Honestly, I wish I was there because I also ref Declan's matches, and he always has something up his sleeve. And what's up that sleeve is a plastic bag.
I guess so. Now, maybe next time I'll have to bring my own plastic bag, and we'll just have a bag versus bag match. How about that?
Oh.
Since weapons are okay here, I guess I'll just have to bring whatever for this guy. So,
but do you see his frustration though? I understand why he wanted to have the match with you in the first place because you punched him in the face apparently pretty hard during the scramble the week before, right? So
I don't remember.
For some reason, he targeted you out. There was what 3 or 4 other people in that match, but he wanted you. Why do you think specifically just you? Was there that animosity in that scramble?
Well, let's see. I think most of the guys in that scramble had already been around SPO a little bit. So, he was kind of used to them. I think I was a bit of a wild card maybe. So I don't think he expected me to be as vicious. Just like you said in the beginning, look like a scrawny nerd, but when you get in there, I'm a lot different. So I think that caught him off guard, and it might have hurt his ego a bit because he wasn't able to completely beat up the nerd. So.
Well, when he was on our podcast last Tuesday, he kept thinking that you were going to be quick work. And the best part of Friday night was the fact that you can see within 30 seconds of the match actually starting, without all of his smack talking, he's kind of regretting those decisions of getting in the ring with you because, we've seen your vicious flying headbutts are great. And you use your head a lot. You got a strong dome on you. You know what I mean?
Right. It's huge. I use it to my advantage.
Hey.
Yes. That
Who
comes
got
with training with the Samoans as well. Because let me tell you, they
Blade?
headbutt trees to knock them down. So
Ugh.
yeah.
Have you been trained on trees? Is that what you're saying?
No. But I just know I've heard some things. I've heard them
Okay.
accidentally headbutt people and put them in the hospital. So, I had to quickly learn how to use that, to my advantage.
Yeah. What are you pulling up, Ginge? What do we got here?
Oh boy.
Oh,
Arm
here's.
drag.
Oh yeah, beautiful arm drags.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Big the kick.
Wimp.
Big
That was
head.
great.
You
You
almost took
faked
his
him out.
jaw.
You faked him out
Right.
so good. Like, dude, you are one cut nerd, my guy.
Stop it. I am completely natural too. I will hold that until, obviously, you can tell when someone's not natural, but yeah.
So where'd the gimmick idea come from?
I get this question a lot, and I wish I had like a realization moment where I was like, I need to do this, but I
Yeah.
really didn't. I was cutting a lot of promos when I first started training, just trying things out.
Yeah.
Like watching and studying tape of like what hasn't been done. And I started to really think about like, okay, there's been like smart wrestlers. There's been Nick Bockwinkel. There's been Damian Sandow that have kind of done this routine where they're like the intellectual, but nobody, to my knowledge, nobody has really gone full blown on like being the nerd character. And I thought it was something that really wasn't being done at all. Like, especially like the whole wearing the glasses in the ring and everything. Like I have yet to see anyone do that, like wrestle with the glasses on. So
Yeah, come to think of it.
I think
I was surprised when I saw a fellow glasses wearer in the ring.
that's right.
I was like, holy shit, there's more of us?
Yeah.
And then I became
absolutely.
an instant fan, dude.
It's unique, and I don't think it was that funny. No, I'm kidding. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's what the audience sounded like after my match.
Well, when you turned heel, yeah, you were like, ah!
Turn heel. What are you talking about?
For a moment, you were acting heel. You were flipping. You
just
called
got
us
a
all
little
fat.
frustrated.
You called us fat. I am fat, but you don't call us fat.
Listen,
Just got a little
I
frustrated.
don't think I called you fat. I think I called the fans fat. Which
Well, I'm a fan.
Okay, but you're more like part of the show, if anything.
Well,
But
now I understand about you being trained by Sam Adams.
I was going to say, he got a little frustrated. The Sam Adams came out a little bit.
mm-hmm.
He was doing a little of that. 3.
Three.
He knows how to count. I'll tell you
I love
that. He's very good at counting.
Always good in the wrestling business.
But back
Where'd the pie come into play? I mean, clearly, like, it's math related, but
it's something related to nerds. But I don't know if you notice, but the pie on my knee pads is actually 2 J's.
Yeah,
like
JJ
flipped. It's like
I did not notice that.
And I thought of this when I was first asked to sign something. I was like, oh, I gotta, like, it was like a humbling moment for me, and I was like, oh, I need to figure out like a unique signature. And I started doing JJ, and I was like, I can make a pie symbol with my 2 J's. Like, it was literally just came to me. So, and I've just stuck with it ever since because just unique. I think.
That's truly genius.
Thank you.
I love that. I didn't realize that was like built into that. Like, that's perfect.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I noticed that rewatching the match from this past Friday.
Nice. Yeah. No, it's been a lot of fun, man. And then back to your question, what I was gonna say is that, like, look at me. I'm a nerd. I've always been a nerd. I've always been called a nerd when I was younger in middle school. I've dealt with the bullies. I've dealt with the harassment. I've dealt with everything. And wrestling for me was like an escape from all that. And if I'm going to escape that treatment, then I need to fully embrace who I am in the wrestling business. If I'm going to go all in, I need to be fully who I am and who I say I am being. Great wrestler I love is MJF. He is who he is.
Oh, yeah.
he'll get out there and tell you he's the biggest piece of shit in the world.
Right.
I love that. That's got to be my ringtone. But he's been an inspiration because he is unapologetically himself, and so I try to carry that with what I'm doing to an extent. So
now, a couple weeks ago, you had teamed up with helped form Gold Rush, and you took on Wrath of the Wicked. That was a pretty intense rivalry you guys had going on there. How did you get involved in that exactly?
You know what? I don't honestly know. I think I just got thrown into that match. There was a lot of bad blood going on there, and I think I legit caught a stray on this one because I got thrown into the pile. I was like, you know what? I will help these guys. They seem like good people. But as soon as I get thrown in, I get spine busted by Amadeus, this old guy who I thought, couldn't even lift his legs anymore, couldn't bend his knees. And he proceeds to give me a Batista-like spine buster and just knock me out cold. So, yeah, I definitely caught a stray with that one. Not my favorite memory from SPO, but...
Well, it seemed like, Tiffany Grady was, the Gold Rush team, and then Mother Endless, clearly Wrath of the Wicked. So it felt like you guys were more like defending, the female representatives of the groups.
Absolutely. And I will defend Tiffany Grady. She's also been a coach to me. I will say that. She's helped me and mentored me a little bit. So
I was going to ask you what your relation was in terms of like, how you wrestled with her, because I saw the promo that you guys dropped earlier. With her, or I guess it was Wrath of the Wicked also dropped it, where she lost the belt, literally, physically displaced it. So
I think Sam Reaper stole it.
Some creepy guy took it, like some guy who thinks he's a skeleton took it. But yeah, me and Tiff, I've known her for a while. I met her at AFA's.
Oh wow, okay.
Yeah, so she started like training with us when I first started, and so I met her through there. She went on to be a referee, and then she transitioned into being a wrestler. So I've we've had the pleasure of watching each other grow, so to speak.
That's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
So, who were your influences in wrestling?
MJF for sure. As I said, he was a big one, again, about unapologetically being himself. CM Punk is another one for nothing else but the size. He's not the biggest guy. So, well, maybe now he is. He's bulked up really, but
he's backed up a little bit now.
He's been hitting the weights a bit. But back then, when I first was watching, he was, like a skinny tattooed guy, and he was arguably like the best in the world. So, if someone like that could do it, then I felt confident that there was hope that maybe somebody my size could. And then just Undertaker, what a legend, what a legacy he left on the business. I don't know what the business looks like without him, so to speak. Just the backstage influence he had, the on-screen influence that he had. He's definitely one of the greatest and like most inspiring performers I think that's ever been in the business. Yeah.
Oh, without a doubt. And his ability to call matches, even if it had to pivot, he was on top. He was like, this is how we're going to close it. This is how we're going to finish it. You know what I mean? Like a true professional.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Now he said, who are some of your influences? What are some of your, who are some of the people that you're like, you dream of wrestling? You've got these goals to enter into these other indie arenas or even, the majors. Who's on your dossier? Like, who would you say are, the ones that you really would love to get into that ring and nerd out on them?
So I have yet to bring this to light on any podcast or any interview or anything, but there is one person that I need to wrestle, that I have to wrestle, and his name is Jordan Oliver.
Oh, yeah.
And I will explain why I never wanted to until recently, because lately I've known Jordan Oliver for a bit, not like personally. I've been a fan of him. I've seen his work. He's a fantastic athlete. I'm so happy he's in AEW now with his tag partner. It is so well deserved. He's worked so hard. But there's just something that rubs me wrong is that the fact that he has been walking around every promotion calling himself the Brain. And he's doing this. Now, I looked into it. He only just started doing that like 6 months ago. I have been doing this for 3 years. I've been coming out every time I come out to the ring. I make my entrance, and this is the first thing I do. I use my head in all my matches, and now all of a sudden, Jordan Oliver wants to call himself the Brain. I think there's something there. I don't know. I want this match more than anything right now. So I'd love to get in there with him just for many reasons, just because he's such an athlete, and I think I'd learn a lot from him. But just so I can show him who the true smart person in wrestling is, like who the smartest person is, and that's the intellectual interrupter. So I'd have no problem stepping into that ring, chopping his chest off, and headbutting him off the top rope.
All right.
Well, I'm going to clip that. I'm going to tag you both, and we'll see what happens.
See what happens. I'd love for that match to happen.
I want it to happen, too.
Especially if it's at the Pro Wrestling Star Academy in Mount Holly, New Jersey.
Hell yeah.
Who knows?
Because we've had Jordan there on multiple occasions, so.
Well, hey, if he ever decides to find his ball and wants to see who the smartest person in wrestling is, he'll show up and we'll see. But I think everybody knows that there's only one person with the strongest mind, physically and literally, in wrestling. So we'll see.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, shots fired. Clip that, I don't care. But I want it.
So other than Jordan, who else is a dream match? Because we're going to try and see how we can make that happen, because that would be incredible.
That would be incredible.
Better yet, who do you have your eye on in SPO/PWU?
Bringing it more.
I mean,
close to home.
How can I not say Big Bill, Billy Gold, right? He's the champion. He's been champion for a couple months, right? Yeah. As far as I'm concerned.
Well, he lost it and then he got it back.
Right. Well, I remember
he's never
him
been pinned or submitted for that title. He only
Still
lost it in a Yeah, but he lost it in a battle royal.
Okay. So he actually threw me out of the Rumble a couple weeks ago.
Right. Yeah.
So that doesn't really sit well with me, right, at all. I'd really love to get in there with him. I know he's huge. He's a big guy, but, so was Goliath, and David took him on. So, I think that would be a fun match for people to watch. But I'm no stranger to giants. I've wrestled a lot of giants so far. They hurt.
Just be used to being chopped.
I'm used to being chopped by tall guys, and they hurt. But at the end of the day, I think they make for exciting matches. The little guy versus the big guy. So he's definitely someone I'd like to get in there with, and take his title. So
does this mean that you're not going after Declan anymore? Like that rivalry's over and done with?
No, I just, he's kind of scummy, if you ask me. Like, I don't know why I would want to share the ring. He did attack me after, and it doesn't sit right with me. So, and if he tries that again, I guarantee you it won't happen. I'm not going to let that happen. I'm going to have my guard up. I'm going to be prepared. But he's just a nasty individual. I don't even want to be in the same room as him anymore. Like he kind of smells. I'm not gonna lie. Like,
I did notice that.
He seems like a guy that was fresh out of jail. Never seen the shower. Just he might even be paler.
A lot.
He might even be paler than me, and I know I'm pretty pale, but watching it back, he's he could use a tan too. So.
The light was shining off of both of you.
It was. We were the brightest stars in the ring that night. Yeah.
That's the truth.
Until the chops came out, you guys started to turn red.
Yeah. Once we started chopping, you see color. Yeah.
What would you say is the most brutal match that you've been in your 100 that you had mentioned? Like in terms of like most physically enduring for you.
Yeah. So I was last July. I was part of a TLC match,
Ooh.
and it was me, Code Red, Phil Insane. I know you might not be familiar with these names, but I was on the team with them against Alpha Junior, Spencer Slade, and Vinnie Mac, who's he's a
Wow.
Long Island wrestler. But I faced those three, and my two partners got taken out early on in the match. So it was just a 3-on-1 beatdown on me
Oof.
with Alpha Junior and Spencer Slade. Two of the one giant monster in Alpha Junior and the strongest man I've ever seen or been in the ring with, Spencer Slade. I just got tossed around really bad. I got chairs thrown at my head. I got put through a table. I had a chair wrapped around my neck, and then I was punched, so the chair was still there. It was terrible. It was terrible, to say
Jeez.
the least. Yeah, that's one of those matches that I think takes time off of your career, takes years off your career, and if you're very unlucky, off your life. So
Yeah. Was that at Battleground?
Battlefield, yes, that was.
Battlefield. I'm sorry.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but that was hands down the most brutal match ever.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds intense. I'll have
Yeah.
to see if that's on like YouTube or something to watch.
It
back.
is.
It is.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. I'll have to check that out.
Yeah. Yeah.
Danny's on the move.
We love it, though. We love this business, right? Get our heads split open, and we still come back for more.
Fun, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So other than your match this Friday, do you have any other matches coming up?
This Saturday, Battlefield will be in Quakertown, so I'm not exactly sure who I'll be wrestling there, but I'll have a match there. But then this Friday, I unfortunately have to step in with two. Yeah, there you go. So who do we have here? We have myself, JJ Smith, the intellectual interrupter. We have this guy, Sam Reaper, who thinks he's completely delusional. He thinks he's a skeleton just because he wears this onesie that he probably.
No, he doesn't think he's a skeleton. He thinks he's the Reaper.
Okay, so he thinks he's a skeleton. He thinks he's the Reaper. He's very delusional. Honestly, he's just I'm just looking forward to beating him up. He just seems like a guy that needs to get punched in the face. So just like I did to Declan, I'm gonna do to him. He deserves it kind of. And also he stole Tiff's belt too. Him and Mother Endless stole Tiffany's belt. So not too happy about that. I'm gonna have to, figure that situation out.
Well,
and then the other guy. Sorry, go ahead.
Just real quick, bringing up Sam. I have something here that's a bit of a message for you from him. Let me play that.
Oh, gosh.
We interrupt this program with a public service announcement by the Reaper himself.
Mr. J.J. Smith. How you doing there, bud? Know that you're in that little interview there, or wherever you're at. But I just want to say this. It's an honor to face you in that triple threat match with,
No key for this lock. He swallows it whole.
Anyways, I know that this isn't our first time meeting each other. This was the second time because we had that little 10-man tag team. But who knows? Who cares? Me and you, I know that we were very close to facing each other, but I know that we finally got the chance to have a match in a triple threat. So see you soon. Make sure you don't go too crazy after that loss you had from Declan. Because I'll say this, that wasn't very wicked.
Okay, So right off the bat, he's wearing sunglasses indoors. That should tell you. That should tell you all you need to know about this guy. First, if he's the Reaper, why does he need sunglasses? Like, can you shed some light on that? Maybe I don't like.
Because he's used to being underground. So when he's above ground and where the light is, it's just really.
He
blinding.
wears his sunglasses at night.
I will accept that answer.
I mean, we're both of pale complexion, as you spoke about earlier. We understand having to avoid the sun at certain costs, especially me being ginger.
I do, and I
Wait,
agree.
JJ, are you ginger?
I don't know. You tell me. I've been told I'm ginger. I've been told I'm blonde. I don't really know.
I don't know because I wasn't sure at first because we have our resident ginger here.
Yeah,
and like it kind of looks like it in the right light, but it also kind of looks blonde. So
yeah, I don't know. I'm whatever you want me to be. I'll leave it up to the true ginger if I'm ginger or not. He's bringing life to the show right now. With everyone says gingers are soulless, but I don't agree with that.
Well, we are.
I don't agree with that. I think we just need the right environment to bring the soul out. I think that's what we need.
Well, we just don't have. We're not soulless technically because we just take other people's souls, but we do not have a soul that is our own.
There you go. Okay, so we just steal everyone else's soul. I got it.
Yeah,
got it.
So back to
you guys sound like more the Grim Reaper than Sammy.
I just send the souls for him, and he just stands there or something like Snake Way from Dragon Ball Z, telling people to move along.
Gotcha. You got to pay your coins. Okay.
I would take Danger Ginger as being the Grim Reaper over him because anybody can put on a onesie and sunglasses indoors and call themselves whatever. He looks like he was like an ex-member of the Shield. Like, remember when they had the mask? Remember when they had the masks and everything? Like, he looks like he was excommunicated from the Shield or something.
His current ring gear is an upgrade from what he started with a couple months ago.
Well, what was he a couple months ago?
Sweatpants.
No.
We called him Candy Corn because he looked like a kid trick-or-treating.
Oh,
he still does.
I forgot you called him that.
We did call him Candy Corn. That is true.
Yeah, we did.
I forgot all about that.
We got a chant going at the first PWSA show.
Robbie Illuminati on commentary calling him Lamarca.
Yeah.
All jokes aside, I'm looking forward to sharing the ring with him. I'm going to beat him up as much as I can. And as far as the other one, Boom Harden, there was a match we were in another promotion a couple years ago when I was very new, and he took it upon himself to give me what are called, I guess, machine gun chops, where he put me in the corner and just chopped me like 8 times within 5 seconds.
Jeez.
So there's a little bit of something, there's a bit of a chip on my shoulder when it comes to him. I'd like to, show him I'm not that guy anymore, so to speak. So definitely.
You guys haven't wrestled at the Pro Wrestling Star Academy, right?
We have not. We've never had I think that was even a tag match where he did that to me. We've never shared the ring in like a singles match type setting or a triple threat or anything. Yeah. So I'd really like to, show him what it means, what boom actually is when my hand hits his gigantic chest and makes a boom sound. So we'll have to see.
Ooh, I like that. Do you have any words in rebuttal to Sam's little video?
This guy again.
Sorry, I don't mean to bring him back up, but I'm just curious.
No. I just, he just looks like a Muppet. I don't know any other way to put it.
He reminds me of the Grim Reaper from Bill and Ted.
No, that dude's so cool. Come on, man.
He's a good dude. He's been nice to me since I met him. So hopefully I'm not on his Grim Reaper list yet. Maybe if he has the right mind, maybe we'll work together on Boom. Maybe he has an issue with Boom too. Maybe we find that common ground, and then we take out Boom, and then I beat the living hell out of him. I'd be okay with
honestly,
that.
Well, in that video, it did show a clip of Boom tapping out Sam Reaper from a previous match they did have together.
So maybe he has some animosity towards Boom as well.
Honestly, I think
alliance here, maybe. I don't know.
I think you and Reaper would actually make an interesting tag team.
I think we would. I think he would benefit since he is, a skeleton. He doesn't have a brain. I think he would benefit from somebody, by his side to kind of lead him. I think with the right leader, he could do some real damage.
But the problem is you'd have to get him away from Mother Endless and Wrath of the Wicked, which is not happening at this current state.
No. We have Mother Endless, who I've seen her just bite people. I think she bit Tiffany, and she's bitten
multiple times.
Yeah. So, and then we have Amadeus, who has that.
Has Tiffany been tested, by the way? Because, you don't know what kind of otherworldly diseases Mother Endless might have.
I haven't heard from her since then.
And I think we need to get her checked out because I don't know what Mother Endless is carrying. I don't know what, kind of diseases she has, especially hanging around a guy with sunglasses indoors. I don't know. I don't know what kind of stuff they're around. So it might just be best to get everyone tested that's been there. So
this Friday is going to be a whole vax screen going on.
Exactly. They're gonna be testing people before they come in.
Walk through the door, get quickly blood tested,
Yep.
and then go to your seat.
Yep.
That little scanner they put on your forehead.
Yeah.
The temperature.
Oh no.
Yeah.
We'll see commercials in a couple years. You come in contact with Mother Endless, you may be entitled to a settlement.
There's a commercial right there. Yep. I just gave you guys a business idea. There you go.
Boom. One of us needs to go to college and get a lawyer degree.
There you
DJ.
go.
Well, my vote's
Why
JJ
me?
Smith now because he's the brain.
Yeah, seriously.
Yeah, I was gonna say we got the nerd right here, dude.
I mean, I don't. I consider myself a geek, not a nerd.
Can you help me do my homework?
I can. Yeah, you got to pay me though.
That's smart.
So what's the difference between a geek and a nerd then? I'm just curious.
For me, I feel like it's more of like gearing towards like anime. Like, don't get it wrong, I'm smart too, but to where I'm more geared toward like video games and stuff like that's the more geek side. As being a nerd, being more the book smart person,
I'd agree with that. That's pretty accurate.
So then where does a dork come into this?
So a dork.
They have the
A
pocket
dork is a
protector.
dweeb.
Yeah, they have the
Because-
pocket protector.
They
Because-
have a pocket protector, yeah.
Robbie, on commentary during your match, he said, "You're a nerd, but then the ref is a dork."
Mm,
And they were talking about the subtle differences, but they didn't really get too in depth because
yeah.
something happened in the match.
Wait, was he calling Isaiah a dork?
Yes.
Shouldn't talk about Reed Flair like that.
It's pretty spot on.
Isaiah, he was a dork. He just let me
Agreed.
accidentally push him. I didn't mean to do that after the match, but I accidentally pushed him, and he went all the way across the ring. So I don't.
You tossed his ass.
That was a moment where I didn't even realize I was that strong, type of thing. So yeah,
It's just karma for all the things he's done.
But even still, he let Declan put the bag on your head,
Exactly.
pile drive you. So, that's the least he deserved.
Exactly.
Didn't do anything. Didn't step in. Didn't help.
I mean, what's he really going to do?
Grab the paper bag or
Stop
plastic
him.
bag out of his hand.
Try to stop him.
What would Daniara have done?
Me? Yeah, try to stop him.
Referee Danny Ora. What,
I don't think the bag would
but
have
you would
made
have.
it to my throat if Danny was my ref. I'm going to be honest.
See,
And I
that's the
100%
difference.
agree with you,
Yeah.
fellow glasses wearer. Yes, because we would have seen that. We would have seen it. We know about all this stuff. We know who Declan is. It's written on the wall.
Exactly. See,
I
need
mean,
this
also,
guy.
I give you, Danny, a better shot at stopping him than I do Isaiah.
Well, here's the thing. Declan actually done that with somebody else while wrestling his match, and right away I had to. He's sneaky though. That's the thing. You think you got him under control, but he turns around and goes right there, right behind you, and he knows how
Wait,
to move around.
Did you ref the Sam? No, that was Eddie, wasn't it? Ref Eddie, I think, did Sam Reaper versus Declan.
No, I believe that was Eddie. It might have been.
Yeah.
I'm trying to remember what match you had done with Declan with the plastic bag.
Well, it was one of them, and
Yeah.
I think it was
if
one of the
JJ,
matches
I'm
with
sorry,
Pat.
man, that's a piece of garbage for him to do that.
Something
First of
needs
all,
to
to
be done.
even have the time to grab a plastic bag, put it in his pocket, and like think about that whole scenario, garbage, just garbage.
Something needs to be done. If this is a reoccurring thing, like somebody needs to eventually like make sure they check him for this bag. Like, if I'm ever in a situation where I'm like reffing, I am going to pat him down everywhere. Like,
Well, maybe you can try, grease who's ever hands behind the wheel and become the referee for the Declan versus Twitch match this Friday.
We're getting a little close here to like evidence of coercion. We kind of want to like avoid that on this show.
well,
I didn't say anything.
yeah. No, I don't know what you're talking about.
I literally just spoke in Spanish the last 15 minutes.
It is Cinco de Mayo, so that makes sense.
Arriba.
So, Pete, real quick, I have a question. I know what you said before the show about saying the word mark. You're welcome. But does this also count?
Yeah.
So that's a double there for you, just so you know.
You son of a bitch.
Everyone in wrestling is a mark. I don't care.
I agree with that 100%.
If
because you had to be a mark to be into it to begin with.
If you're involved in the business, you're a mark. So
I don't know. I have this friend, Marcus, and he likes wrestling, but he's not what I would call a mark.
But he technically is a mark.
Yeah, his name is
I guess
Mark.
You're right.
Good call. That's fine.
The things we talk about here on BJ and DG Talk Wrestling.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
The rails are easily derailed.
This has been fun. Yeah.
So I do have a question. And this is something I've started asking everybody. What is something that positive that you carry with you that you've gotten from pro wrestling?
That is a good question. Something positive that I've carried with me from wrestling. I'd say communication. And like to elaborate on that a bit, wrestling is all communication. It is all, when you're in that ring with the referee backstage, it is all making sure you communicate properly, because even the slightest thing you say wrong, even if you didn't mean to say it wrong, if you say something wrong to the wrong person at the wrong time, it carries, and bad things can happen. So I think my ability to communicate how I feel, how others feel, and reading the room, so to speak, I think that is one skill that I've really gained from wrestling, because you just never know when you walk into the locker room or walk out into an arena, what the vibe is going to be. And so I think as a wrestler, you have to have the ability to understand and feel the vibes and like communicate that out and communicate what you're trying to present. So I think wrestling has really helped my communication skills, if anything. I know that's kind of a weird answer, but
not at all. It makes perfect sense.
Nope.
Yeah.
100%, man.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Maybe not to like the average wrestling fan, but to us marks, like we understand completely.
Right.
It's your own individualistic
That's a shot,
avenue
Pete,
in
by the way.
creativity.
Yeah, I'm doing it on purpose now.
He's taking shots now.
He said, BJ said Mark. Oh, now that's 2.
Yeah. But yeah, no, definitely communication. And I'd also say there's just a like brotherhood that comes with wrestling. It's like a giant fraternity, and we just all go out and beat each other up. So I think that camaraderie, I've never really had that before. So to kind of have it with wrestling, you can't trust everyone, I'll say that, but to have developed some great friendships is something I'll never forget about this business. So
I would definitely say, especially when it comes to the Pro Wrestling Star Academy, and Danny, of all people, currently can vouch for this, is that when it's come to being students there and learning and stuff like that, it even shows.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's one of the best atmospheres I've ever been around, to where, though, and let's not get this wrong, everybody has ego, but it seems like they get borderline checked at the door, and everybody's there for the benefit of everybody involved with what's going on.
I'd agree. Yeah. I think we have a really good environment and culture that we're breeding at the Pro Wrestling Star Academy. I've not, besides Declan, he can go. He should be arrested. He should have been arrested that night for using that bag.
For a guy
manslaughter, plastic bag in New Jersey.
For a guy who's not in the locker room, he seems like someone who, like, when he's in the locker room, he just keeps to himself, doesn't talk to anyone.
Absolutely, yeah. And I respect that to an extent. What I don't respect is the after match, chicanery that takes place with him. So, but yeah, great. It's a great locker room there. I'm really honored to be a part of it. The backseat boys, I actually met JP. Oh, we don't like them.
Sorry, no, that's me. Sorry.
Okay. Well, getting to know them a little bit better.
He doesn't like them.
They can be a little scummy, I know, but at the end of the day, I think they care about the locker room. So,
oh yeah,
I actually met JP at Battlefield, and then he, invited me over here, and I met Tommy eventually, and so, they run a good ship. I'd say they run a good vessel here.
Yeah, boy.
Oh, they definitely do, man. They really take care of everybody and make sure everybody gets their time to shine.
Absolutely.
And if not for me attending the Friday night shows, I wouldn't know about my fellow nerd JJ Smith.
Oh yeah.
Because you know what? When you first came out, big nerds. What do you?
I didn't pop that up. This is Declan, by the way.
Terry Funk puts a bag on someone. I do it, and I'm a criminal.
No way. He compared himself to Terry Funk. That's crazy. That is crazy, Declan. I know you know that, but
a wild Declan appeared.
Declan, I
Don't
tried
give
to
him
show
my catchphase.
I tried to give you respect, Declan. You stuck your hand out in the beginning, and I shook it, and then you slapped me. Fine, the match was going on already. Whatever. Then I tried to do it again, and you did all that to me. You viciously attacked me. Like, I think I had the most valid crash out of all time after that match.
Absolutely.
Low blow, bag on the head, freaking pile driver. Like, come on.
Yeah. Like, this head is resilient, but a pile driver, seriously? No. Like, that'll do some damage. So, Declan.
That's banned in certain promotions.
Yeah, exactly. Like, should be banned here. I almost died that night. So.
Yeah, two-way suffocation and, neck breakage.
Yeah, exactly. Ay.
Good point. Fair point, Declan.
Why would you trust a man named the Grimy Bastard? Some genius you are. I don't think I ever said I trusted you. Let's get
for the handshake.
I don't think I ever trusted you. I think I was just willing to show respect, but
lesson learned, right?
Giving the benefit of the doubt, one could say.
That's part of the communication,
Who, I should give him the benefit of the doubt?
No. For the handshake, you're giving him the benefit of the doubt.
Yeah, absolutely. It was a fair and square match. He beat me, and then he was upset by beating me. Like, that's what it came off as to me. Like,
I think he's just been upset that he's had to defend the title against like a million opponents since winning it like 6 weeks ago.
He chose this match.
Yeah.
That's also what a champ does, though.
And you're supposed to be a champion. Yeah. You defend your belt. So.
And that is what he did this past Friday.
It's, he did do that. Of all things, he did do that. I'll say that. So.
With that sneaky package roll-up, which it sucks that happened. I felt like that match could have gone a little bit longer. And that definitely, you had a chance there, JJ. You had that belt.
I did,
You had that belt on like 2 occasions. That ref was, oh.
I let my temper get the best of me in that situation. If I had controlled my temper, I would be the champion today. And that is a fact.
Yeah, I could see that, man. You were thrown down. Like I said, you could see after the first couple, like the 30 seconds that Declan was like, Declan, you went into this match thinking he was going to be quick work, and he clearly put you to the test, my guy, because you were writhing in pain and going, ow!
Close. I was this close.
He was close, man. He almost had you. JJ almost had you on multiple occasions.
Yeah.
So why don't you let the people know where they can find you online and stuff like that?
Great plug. So you can follow me on Instagram at JJ Smith Wrestler. It's the same thing on Facebook. Just look up JJ Smith. And then I also have a YouTube channel also called JJ Smith Wrestler. So go ahead on YouTube and find all my matches. You can go on Instagram and find out just everything, like where I'll be next couple weeks. And then the Facebook is if anyone is interested in booking me, you can reach out to me on there on any of the platforms really. But yeah, you can see me on all those places. And then this Friday, you can see me at the Pro Wrestling Star Academy when I compete in a triple threat match where I'm going to beat up Big Boom Chest, likes to chop Harden, and the Muppet who wears sunglasses indoors. I'm going to handedly beat them. I am going to even try to Roman Reigns them and stack them on top of each other and pin them. So,
I've got one more question for you, JJ.
Okay.
Why? Because I did that. So you've been in the ring before with Boom.
Yes.
Was it just the one match, or has it been on multiple?
Just the one a few years ago.
Do you think he's worthy of the self-proclaimed title of best technical wrestler in New Jersey?
So even that is not saying much. I don't know if you guys are from Jersey, so I'm very sorry for saying this.
3 of us are.
Jersey is the cesspool of the United States, and I'm very sorry. I think you know that. I think you guys
You're
are all
thinking of North Jersey. It's all farmland.
Yeah, we're south. We're down south.
I think you guys know
You're
about
also
Jersey.
forgetting about
I think you guys know the
down south.
reputation that you have, but he can have whatever title he wants. Boom, he can call himself the best technical wrestler, but until he gets in there with someone that's actually better than him, he can no longer have that title. So,
oh yeah.
Wait, quick question then: do you feel like you're better than Boom?
I am better than Boom, and I'm going to prove that this Friday.
Hell yeah! There we go.
You and Declan agree on something there.
Declan, give your balls a tug.
Agreed. The whole state is the shits. Yeah.
All right, calm down, Shorzy.
New tag team.
Hey.
But yes, looking forward to that. Looking forward to prove to Boom that, he may not be as good as he thinks he is. And then just looking to just beat up Sam Reaper. He's just a guy that, I feel bad because I'm going to be the bully on Friday to him. So
Sam Reaper has a very punchable face.
Yeah, he does. Yeah.
And a very solid kendo stick swing.
You better not hit me with that. I'll tell you right now. You better not even try to hit me with that.
I just forgot about it, BJ. Why'd you have to say anything?
I was about to say I have it on the computer still, but I don't have it up.
It's all right. We don't need to relive it. Go if you really want to watch it. Instagram BJDG Talk Wrestling. It's on there.
Yeah.
There you go.
Ouch. Have you ever been hit with a kendo stick, JJ?
I don't think I have yet, and I feel scared saying that a bit because now I feel like people are gonna try to. So,
but can I say I'm honored? Well, I'm slightly honored the fact that you have wrestled 100 matches and haven't taken one, and I've wrestled 0 matches and taken 1 kendo stick.
Dude.
Two. I took 2 kendo stick shots. Damn it.
let me ask and be honest. Did you ask for those shots?
No,
So
he
the
lost.
first
He
one
lost
was
the prediction show.
yeah. We do a prediction show for every like PLE event at the Pro Star Wrestling Academy, and I had lost for Midnight Express. It wasn't at the school, but it was PW related. And my punishment was Mother Endless was going to deliver a kendo stick hit, which I was like, okay, I'm fine with that. But she couldn't make it because she was wrestling down in Florida. So Sammy decided that he would be the one with the baseball background and wind up and crack my back. But he happened to invite Alex Rivera along, him and I have had a little bit of an online rivalry thing going. So Rivera cracked me as well. So I had.
Sounds like you asked for those kendo shots, though, if you ask me.
Well, I lost. I lost the predictions. I'm a man of my word, you know.
Yeah, so
honor is a thing. It's the third time I lost.
Show he lost in a row.
Yeah.
So there you go. There you go.
There we are. Ouch. Declan, what does that have to do with anything? Who cares you have a street named after you? Shut up!
I was hoping we would just blow over that comment, but I guess, you know.
I mean, I agree with that statement.
Yeah.
He said Sammy's swing would get him cut from a T-ball team.
Now, after what Declan did, it's nice to hear him saying these things, not about me. So
there you go. Glass is always half full here at the PJ and DG Talk Wrestling Podcast.
We try to at least, right?
I think I'm about 80% full at the moment.
He's got the actual water bottle.
Extreme optimism.
Well, I gotta have something on ginger after all.
You're 80% full of shit. Sorry.
Oh,
nah, only about 30 right now. So I took one this morning.
Oh, okay. This guy, someone needs to do something about this guy.
He was probably wearing his sunglasses inside. That's probably what it was.
Causing too much trouble here. Oh, God.
Declan, I hate you. That's too good.
That's evil. That is evil talk from an evil man.
Shit.
All right, I gotta try playing this sound clip one more time just because you were coming on the show. And originally I was looking for the sound clip of the dude from the Revenge of the Nerds movie that screams
Ogre.
nerd.
Ogre.
Yeah. Ogre.
And I couldn't find it. So the next one I found was from Hot Tub Time
Gallows
Machine
and
2.
Anderson.
Hot Tub Time Machine.
You're a fucking nerd.
You're a fucking nerd. You're a fucking nerd. No one likes you. No one likes you.
Great. Great way to end it. Thanks.
Yeah, that was terrible. You should have found the Ogre nerd.
We like you, dude. Don't worry about it.
Or at least Gallows and Anderson.
Steal it off of YouTube. I always steal sounds off of YouTube.
Yeah.
Oh, myinstance.com. Best sound
That's where
website.
I was. That's where I was.
I guarantee you I could find it in 3 minutes.
Well, I literally looked up with the keyword nerd and everything else but that popped up. In my brain, and maybe it's because I lived watching those movies new, that I'm like, this should just be up there. Because I didn't want the Homer Simpson one.
Yeah, true.
Dude, Revenge of the Nerds is one of the greatest film series.
Oh,
absolutely.
Even Nerds in Love.
I actually watched that to study.
I consider myself a booger. I'm a booger myself.
You're a booger? Oh, okay.
Yeah, Dudley Dawson, my favorite character.
And yet nobody picks you.
JJ, you said you studied those films?
I did. I used to come out to my entrance music used to be the song at the end they do in the talent show. Like,
clap your hands, everybody.
Yeah.
It's lambda, 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 and omega mu.
So what made you choose Hungry Like the Wolf?
I just thought I needed to evolve more. A lot of people hated that I used that music from Revenge.
Kind of reminds me of American Psycho.
What? Hungry Like the Wolf? Or
yeah, like just Yeah.
Popping to beat somebody down.
Yeah,
exactly.
I'm trying to show that I'm more of a, I'm not the classic nerd. I have some style. I have some, good music taste,
Well, I love it because it kind of like initially, like I said, when I first saw you, Nerds Rule, I instantly 100% went to Revenge of the Nerds because that's a movie from my childhood. So I went to Nerds and all that 80s soundtrack. So Hungry Like the Wolf was perfect for that because that's an 80s track. So, I know that you were going in that vibe, but I was just curious, what was it like, because there's so many songs from that era. I love the 80s that are very electronic and very, boop, 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 boop.
Yeah.
So like, it was interesting. Like I loved, Duran Duran. So
yeah, I am a big 80s fan. My parents were both, in high school in the 80s. So they have all these records and stuff from like Bruce Springsteen, U2, all these,
hell yeah,
classic rock stars. So I kind of grew up on that myself. Yeah. So I myself am a huge fan of 80s music. So that's kind of the inspiration for some of these songs that I come out to. So
awesome. Good choice.
Thank you.
All right. Does anyone else have anything for JJ?
Danny?
Honestly, man, it's again, when I first saw you in the back, I was like, no way, this guy, he got the glasses on, he's out here, and it's pretty cool to see that because it's different, one. And two, there's like I want to ask you this because as a guy who trains with his glasses on, like when you wrestle, how was your mentors were talking to you about, like, man, are you sure you want to wrestle with these on, or it's not conventional, it's not traditional or anything like that? Like how did that conversation even come up, or like how do you even get that acceptance? Like, yeah, just go for it.
So there was apprehension about me doing it. There was, they were skeptical about, like, you're going to break them. And I have broken them many times.
Well,
so,
I have seen it in Pearl Star last week. It popped out.
They popped out quite early on, actually. I think
are those prescription? Like those are real glasses and you're in the ring with?
Oh yeah. They help me focus. I'll say that. I'm not completely blind without them, but they do help me focus, and so I think it gives me an edge when I'm in there. But they didn't really, my trainers, they were okay with it because, like I said, and like you've said, it was different. It's unique, and that's kind of what they were looking for. Yes, we need to get the basics, and we need to get the fundamentals of wrestling, and we need to get that down. But as far as like the expression aspect, they're very, flexible, and which I think it should be in wrestling. That part of it leave up to the wrestler. Teach them the basics, teach them how to bump, how to roll the right way. But as far as like your presentation, that should all be on the wrestler.
That's all you. Yeah, absolutely.
But yeah, it was definitely, they were taken off guard by it, I think.
Have you ever thought about switching to something like a sports goggle type thing that would wrap around and not come off? And
well, that's the thing. That's what they are, is they wrap around.
Oh, okay.
But Declan, hit me so hard that they completely unstrapped and went flying.
But those
off.
are a lot thinner. Like when I was younger, like I have like -18, -20. Like I am blind without my glasses.
Right.
When I was in football, when I was younger, I used to have to wear sports goggles that were legit, like they were like that thick around the side of that, strap on the back. So I guess that's what he's talking about in terms of like more of like those kinds of sports goggles versus those look like relatively glasses, like they're thin, and they may connect in the back, but those can easily just.
I'm a little worried, I don't know, Danny, you might have an issue. Like if I wear too big of goggles or something, they might be considered a weapon. So that's kind of my concern with that.
Especially
you do a lot of
headbutt.
Yeah. So, I mean, apparently weapons are okay here, though. We're allowed to use plastic bags to choke each other. So,
Declan.
Yeah. So you know what? I'm gonna go out and get the biggest, obnoxious pair of goggles.
That's all
you go.
Just,
yeah.
Don't worry about that.
And then we'll
Die
see
from the
if
heifer.
We'll see if Declan is still able to be as lucky as he was. So,
Well, JJ, you're welcome to stick around as long as you'd like, but we're going to move on to our recap of Friday night show.
I'm actually gonna take time to depart. Then I appreciate all of you having me on here. This was an honor.
Dude, thank you so much for coming on. It was such a blast.
Yeah.
I'm glad we got to learn more about you because we're going to clearly see a lot of you, and we've seen a lot from you. So I'm looking forward to everything that you're bringing to the table, my guy.
I appreciate
thank you for being on. You're welcome to come back anytime. Even if we don't ask, you can shoot one of us a message or on the show page, and we'll get it set up. It wouldn't be the first time. It won't be the last.
I appreciate that.
Looking forward to seeing you in your triple threat match this Sunday. Pop that up again.
This Friday, not Sunday.
Oh yeah,
this Friday.
Yeah, this Friday.
Tickets $10.
Guy works there and he doesn't even know the date.
I know. Get this guy fired. I'm just kidding. Don't do that.
Don't tease me with a good time. Oh. I get to go back and be in the crowd and be a Mark again.
Way to bring it back.
But there's a little bit. There's a little bit.
Way to bring it back.
Yeah.
All right. I will see you guys all Friday. Thank you so much for having me. This was a blast.
Absolutely, JJ.
You have yourself a good night.
Take care.
Have a good night, bud.
Later on, man.
That was great.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I knew when I found out he was going to be coming on the show, I knew he was going to be a great interview. And he delivered, man. He's super down to earth, very good dude, and let's just say I'm looking forward to Friday.
By the way, guys, I know I texted in the group chat that I can't make it Friday, but I was able to shift things around, and I will be there this Friday night.
Let's go.
I couldn't miss.
Hey, do you have another one of those bottles by any chance?
No, I just used it all.
Do you have some,
I got beer. I'm drinking beer.
That counts.
You fucking Mark!
Can you play I'm drinking beer. What? I drank another beer. What?
Yeah, do that
because I'm already 3 deep.
4 beers.
Where I'm on my 3rd.
1 hour later.
Oh, whoops.
I drank a beer.
What?
I drank another beer.
What?
3 beers.
What?
4 beers.
4 beers.
5 beers.
4 beers.
6 beers. 7 beers.
7 beers.
8 beers. 9 beers.
Yeah.
Dummy.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was definitely a fun interview.
Dude, JJ Smith was such a treat to have on, man. Like, that dude is so down to earth. You can tell he truly loves wrestling. You can tell that he's really like about the craft, and he is just invested in it 120,000%.
Yeah, and then as soon as BJ gets back, we'll start talking about this past Friday event, PWU, first of the month.
Yeah, I don't mean to put anybody on blast, but there was a couple times in the evening where they kept referring to it as SPO, and I was like, wait, is this a SPO or a PWU event?
It's a SPO/PWU. Some are just SPO,
I'm just saying,
some are
this
SPO
graphic
PWU.
says PWU.
Yeah, I didn't see anything SPO related.
But if you look on
you do have the SPO champion on it.
And
that's
hybrid.
Just the one match.
And hybrid. And whatever championship Tiffany
and
Grady
the
has.
SPO tag team champions were on the show.
Well, yeah, we already got SPO, though. But no, so it's like multi-promotional, like on Cage Match, it's referred to as SPO/PWU.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And actually, they started that in the Times. Props to whoever's doing that.
Nice.
PWU's getting on the map, baby.
The match time, so I know how long it'll take me to write a rundown of each match.
All right, this match was 25 minutes, so the rundown's going to be about 10 minutes long. Guys, sit back and enjoy the ride.
Intermission.
So 25 minutes, so it'll take me about 25 minutes. Match will take me about like 2.5 hours to like write out.
Yeah. Well, a lot happens in these matches, man. It's not just like all a suplex, a drop, a knee. No, there's like story.
And when I write these out, like I cut corners when I can, but like there's so much that happens that is important to the overall,
Dude,
There's
it's
a
so
lot that
tough for
can't
me
be
to.
left out.
I try and edit down the clips under 3 minutes because Instagram
God, yeah.
won't show videos to new
It
audiences if
doesn't,
it's more than 3, and I didn't know that. So, like, trying to trim the fat, it's so tough.
Dude, part 1, part 2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Or
actually a pretty good idea.
And they have they have that thing trial reels now where it'll send it out purposely to people who haven't seen your content.
If anybody out there does not follow BJ and DG Talk Wrestling on Instagram, or the Danger Ginger one, or Crumb
Why'd
Bum
you get in the way of
Chili
my
and Hair,
fingers?
or BJ Talks Wrestling.
It's all down
or,
below.
What's yours, Danny? Wicked Works?
Wicked Works Podcast.
Follow all these things I just named on Instagram, please.
Wicked Works.
Yeah. If not, you're missing out, and you're not completely up to date when we talk about what we talk about. Anyway, sorry, I had to plug us. No one else.
Absolutely.
Do it again. No, I'm joking.
Wicked Works. BJ DG Talk Wrestling.
Wrestling.
Grave Digger. Can we get like advertisement on the side of Grave Digger? Because that would be amazing.
I thought you were going to say, can we get Gravedigger at the Pro Wrestling Star?
Dude, why not?
That would be amazing too.
There's a big crowded parking lot in the
There
back.
are always random vehicles. Like there was a backhoe, like a coffin, like just random. Not that.
Hold on. Let me call my Gravedigger guy.
All right. We started tonight with a singles match for the SPO Championship between challenger Sam Adams versus SPO champion Billboard Bill Gold. As the bell rings, Sam Adams mocks the crowd and then Billy Gold, and then spits his gum at Billy. He dodges a few wild attacks before Billy traps him in the corner. Billy pummels Adams in the corner and then connects with a couple championship chops.
There we go.
And finishes the sequence with a side slam for a 2 count.
Can we
Adams
just take
escaped.
this part real quick with him right on top
I'm
of
getting there, man. You're ahead of me. You're ahead of me.
God dang it, Ginge.
Go back. No. I'm
This
getting
is why we can't have nice things.
I'm at the point where he's on the apron. Context clues.
Pause.
There we go.
Lost my place.
JJ
Adams-
Smith
Yo,
mentor.
look at BJ just sitting there on Netflix watching something while this is happening on his lap.
It's funny, what I'm watching looks exactly like what's in front of me. Adams escapes to the apron, but a big Billy boot sends him flying to the ground, right in front of Pete, Tara, and myself. Billy seats Adams on my lap and delivers a championship shot. Thank you, Sam Adams, for not getting out of the way. He then relocates.
Nah, you're totally right, man.
Oh my god!
It's like getting a shotgun blast to the chest.
That was
I
really good.
love the video too that you posted, Pete. Hey Pete, watch this.
Yeah, that was I still have to post my footage. I have a lot to post that I will be in the next couple of days.
Oh
Anyway, he then relocates Adams to another fan's lap and hits another championship chop. Billy resets the count and charges Adams, who is now resting against the ring post, but Adams evades, and Billy charges face first into the post. Adam appeals to the crowd for a second too long as Billy recovers and chops him off the apron. Oh, little came up. Back in the ring, Billy charges Adams for a big boot against the rope, but Adams drops and pulls down the rope, leaving Billy in a vulnerable position. Adams capitalizes with a second rope double axe handle. Scrolling. With a second, sorry. Yeah,
Well, I do have to say, I love the fact that Adams used the "I will rule," the fucking, or sorry, from Ready to Rumble.
Yeah,
Jimmy the King. He used the Jimmy the King move from Royal Rumble. I will rule you.
The
That's what it was. Yeah, right there.
Adams hits a spinning wheel kick in the corner.
The double axe handle.
Adams hits a spinning wheel kick in the corner, and after Billy counters an Irish whip, Adam hits a corner splash and a big clothesline for a 2. 3, 3, 3. Adams hits another second rope double axe handle and attempts a third, but Billy counters into a chokeslam. Billy hits a pair of chops, then a spinning forearm, and then a huge exploder suplex. He covers, but Adams grabs the bottom rope and for a rope break at 2. While Adams was down on the apron, he pulled something out of his knee pad, and the camera here didn't get it. But he definitely pulled something out of his knee pad. When I realized what he was doing, I started filming, but by then he already was pulling it out. So
I didn't notice that, really?
I'll
I
show
didn't
you
notice that either.
Yeah. He avoids a billboard slam and then tosses the object to the side. As the referee tends to the object, Adams hits a low blow on Billboard Bill. He hits a jawbreaker into a skull-crushing finale for a 2 count. Adams turns his back on Billy to argue with the ref and turns back around to be hit with an Emerald Fusion for the 3 count. Billboard Bill Gold defeats Sam Adams to retain the SPO championship.
Hell yeah!
So if you look right
there, it was right there.
He
You
tossed
saw the-
something, and then Craig is like,
yeah.
"What?" He's like, "What was that?"
I didn't even notice that, dude.
Like, just slowly scrub through when we get to that point. But
Well,
yeah, there was
wasn't that the
we're past that.
It already passed it, yeah.
Yeah. But you'll see because the cameras.
Skull Crossing finale.
Oh, what was it?
Was it BFT or something like that?
Yeah, BFT.
Oh,
3.
okay.
3.
I did that I wrote that at like 3 in the morning on Monday. So like
3.
3.
But,
Dude, I can't, like, Sam Adams, I couldn't stand him, but the 3 thing, it's got me. I find myself wanting to shout it. I want to shout it as well.
I constantly have to tell him, no, dude, it's 2. It's
3!
He keeps saying, no, dude, 2.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that was it was a fun way to open the show with a little, not quite a squash match, but like
it wasn't, man. Sam Adams put up a fight against Big Billy Gold. Like,
What
I
can
was
you do
genuinely
against Bill,
surprised. I was surprised though. I didn't think that this was going to be the opening match. You know, when Sam Adams came out, I was like, "What?" Like, Billy's getting the first night, of like the first pick of the card. I was like, "This was the perfect way to open the night." It was a great match.
Keep in mind that wasn't the last we saw of Billboard Bill Gold.
It wasn't, but also at the same time, this match was great. Sam Adams has really been shining on his in-ring. He's been getting stronger, and he put Billy up to a test. You know what I mean? Billy didn't just make easy work of him. Like, Sam Adams really made him earn that W.
Yeah, but at the same time, like, yeah, I mean, to a certain extent, we've seen.
He did. He really. I mean, like, if that was the case, that match would have been over in the first minute and a half, if that. You know what I mean? But Sam Adams had an opposition, and he really came in and pulled some smart tactics.
Well,
And he kept being like, I'm smarter than him.
Well, the first 30 seconds were him taunting the crowd and then spitting gum at Billy.
True. Very true.
And then he, like, evaded. Like, it wasn't until about a minute and a half when he was seated on my lap.
That's a good point. But no, I mean, throughout the match, though, he definitely earned that. It was a great fight. As per usual, Billboard Billy Gold chops him down. And first match of the night is a stellar kickoff.
Yeah, and anytime a Billy
You're
Gold
muted,
match,
You're muted, Daniel.
anytime that Billy Gold match kicks off a show, it really sets the tone.
I thought you were trying to talk. Never mind. Just the energy that he brings. That's like, he's a main event guy at this point for SPO, but like seeing him kick off the show, like that's how you start a show.
I think that's what surprised me was the fact that Billy's match was an opener versus, where we're used to seeing him. But it compared
it was a PWU show, so
and even still, but compared to the rest of the card, like, it was insane how, like, it's such a stacked card. Like, the main event makes perfect sense. Know what I mean?
Yeah. Absolutely. Anything else before I move on?
Nah, man, I think we're good to move on to match number 2.
All right, I'm gonna need a little help with something very early on this, but we'll get there. And I had already mentioned it in the show, and nobody had an answer for me. But our next match, I'll challenge your Mother Endless taking on champion Tiffany Grady in a grudge match for the championship. As the bell rings, they lock up, and Tiffany quickly attempts a backslide for a 2 count. The ladies exchange clotheslines, then they take each other out as they hit simultaneous running clotheslines. As they return to their feet, Mother Endless wraps Tiffany up in a submission hold, but Tiffany fights out. And I'm being very, very nice by saying it's a submission hold because I do not
Yeah,
know what's happening there.
I agree with you.
Yeah.
Why isn't this?
Your vids ain't clipping.
Yeah, but it's playing on my end. That's the weird part.
Weird.
But
Maybe
Tiffany
it's a
fights out.
StreamYard issue.
Mother Endless hits a pump handle suplex for a 2 count. Tiffany hits a DDT and gets Mother Endless in the camel clutch, but Sam Reaper comes down to ringside, followed by Amadeus and Bones. Reaper sneaks to the backside of the ring, enters, and puts Tiffany Grady in the Reaper sleeper. This leads to a no contest being called. As Wrath of the Wicked continue their attack, Corazon, Ezra Coleman, and Adonis Briggs make the save. Everyone brawls until, and then we discuss.
Is it really called the Reaper Sleeper? Or did you name it that?
Robbie said that on commentary.
I love that. That's so good.
It made perfect sense.
That's so good. The Reaper Sleeper.
Yeah.
I was surprised to see Reaper attack a female like that. Like, it caught me off guard. I was like, whoa, came in here, But, all's fair in love and combat.
Let me see if I can get this actually working here. The lead up to the moment of the Reaper Sleeper.
Hey, look, Danny's there. The Reaper Sleeper.
Oh, he disappeared from here. Now he's in the ring. Well,
well, I've never seen Danny R and Danny R in the same place at the same time.
Well, he's not here, so. Why is it so glitchy, Ginge?
Corazon for the save.
No.
Corazon.
But
Well,
anyway,
yeah,
we'll just go without clips at the moment.
This was kind of disappointing for a grudge match. First of all, it was short. Second of all, it ended the way it did. Nothing
it was
got set
so short. It was and I understand that it needed a transition.
It was like 3 minutes
following, but yeah, like we've been getting Tiffany and Mother Endless built up since December, right?
Right, and this is the grudge match. Like it was kind of a letdown.
We need kendos.
We need weapons.
Not over yet.
And also, what the hell championship does Tiffany Grady have? I've been trying to figure this out for a month now.
I believe it's still the APP. That's the APP championship. It's one of their championships.
Is that what Mother Endless or Sammy stole and now Mother
Yes.
Endless has? Okay.
Yes.
Because we didn't know the last time Tiffany was taking on Mother Endless. When there was the whole, like, she tossed her the belt and did the whole Eddie Guerrero thing.
Yeah. I was like, what belt is on the line?
Yeah.
It was on the line. The ref held it up before the match.
Tried
but
to.
We didn't,
he fumbled.
Nobody said what belt it was.
Isaiah had some problems holding a belt.
Ring announcer on commentary, no one. When you watch it back, no one says it. Oh, let's not talk about that. You saw Craig in the tag team match.
Hey, listen, I'll give Craig credit.
Even the backseats called him out on it.
He was fair Friday night.
Yeah.
Montoya clearly got to him, and he realized that his career was on the line.
Yeah, his job is more important.
Yeah, so I'm glad that we saw a more linear, by-the-book Craig.
Still oblivious to certain things.
Oh, yeah. But hopefully he can kind of,
Sam Adams tossing the object.
I didn't even know there was an object involved.
It was right
prior
in front
to you
of us.
mentioning it.
He pulled it out of his knee pad. He was looking right at us. When he pulled it out of his knee pad.
I was not paying attention. I think I was zoomed in on like Billy or something.
I'll show you my footage Friday.
Okay. Yeah, I would have included that in my highlights if I had seen it, but nah, I had no idea.
And like I realized what was happening a second too late. So you see him like looking at me like and like pulling something out, but you don't see what it's just in his hand already.
Sneaky, sneaky, Sam Adams. Mr.
Ooh, maybe
Good
I can
Luck.
upload that. I might be able to upload that.
So the next match bled into
Don Montoya comes to ringside to make this match official. Go on.
I don't remember what it was. That's what it was. Wrath of the Wicked. With Amadeus, Sam Reaper, and Bones.
Everybody who I already mentioned is out at ringside. Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, Stife was originally supposed to be part of the match.
Hey, listen,
Right.
I don't normally drink tequila. You did this to me by marking me out.
Yeah, you shouldn't have.
It would have happened sooner or later.
Yeah,
you're getting it over with sooner now.
But also, I'm on like beer number 3, so you know.
I drank a beer.
You gotta catch
What? I drank another beer.
What?
3 beers.
What? 4 beers. Wait, I only have 3 right now.
9 beers. All right.
6-man tag.
Don Montoya comes out to ringside and makes this match official. He also says that if Tiffany or Mother Endless interfere, the match would be thrown out. Wrath of the Wicked are at ringside, protesting as Corazon takes them out with a dive through the ropes. The bell rings, and this one is underway. Autocorrect. As Wrath of the Wicked make it to their feet, Ezra Coleman wipes them out with a tope. Corazon tosses Reaper into the ring, and Briggs hands him a beatdown as everyone gets to their corner. Reaper fights his way out of a pump handle power slam and tags Bones. Bones goes on the attack, but Briggs evades. Bones stalks Briggs around the ring until Briggs backs up into his corner and Corazon blind tags in. Briggs is not happy about this. Corazon immediately goes for a crucifix pin and a 2 count. For a 2 count. Corazon hits an arm drag, and then Bones attempts a running attack, which Corazon evades. But on the rebound, Corazon cannot evade smoothly, which leads to an awkward collision. As Bones tries to capitalize, Corazon counters into a victory roll for a 2 count. Standing drop kick from Corazon, and a tag to Ezra Coleman, which Briggs is not happy about. Bones recovers and attacks, but Ezra evades and hits a Hurricane Rana and then a Sling Blade. Ezra covers for a 2 count. Ezra then tags Corazon, but Briggs immediately blind tags himself in. As they all argue, Ezra blind tags Briggs and enters. Ezra blind tags Briggs and attacks from behind. Where am I? I'm on the wrong line here.
No idea.
Ezra blind tags Briggs. Ezra entered, and as they continue to argue, Bones attacks from behind and takes down Ezra. Both of Ezra's partners return to the apron, and Bones continues the beatdown. Tag to Reaper. Reaper works over Ezra and tags in Amadeus. They continue the beatdown in the corner, and Amadeus tags in Bones. Bones continues the beatdown and sets up Ezra seated up on the top rope. Ezra fights Bones off, knocking him to the mat, and then hits a big missile drop kick from the top rope. Bones tags Reaper, and Briggs steals the tag from Corazon. Briggs turns his attention to Corazon to argue briefly, but he turns around right into a code breaker from Reaper. As he falls back stunned, Corazon blind tags him and fires up. He takes out Reaper and Bones with a flurry of clotheslines and back elbows and knocks Amadeus off the apron. He hits a backstabber on Reaper and goes for the cover, but Bones breaks it up at 2. Bones hits a DDT on Corazon. Ezra hits Bones with a faceplant. Amadeus hits Ezra with a rough-looking spine buster, and then eats a spear from Briggs. Reaper hits a stunner on Briggs, then Corazon hits Reaper with an enziguri. Corazon hits a springboard, second rope moonsault, and goes for the pin, but at 2, the ref's attention is turned to Mother Endless and Tiffany Grady, who brawl to the locker room. Ezra tags in and hits a second rope springboard crossbody, and then something, I don't know what came after that. But he covers, but Bones breaks it up at 2. Corazon enters, tosses Bones out of the ring, and returns to his corner for a tag. Reaper hits a suplex on Corazon, and Corazon reaches for a tag. Briggs pulls his hand away and steps down from the apron. Briggs walks away as Reaper and Bones hit a hard attack on Corazon, and Reaper tags Amadeus, who pins Corazon for the 3. Wrath of the Wicked defeat Corazon, Ezra Coleman, and Adonis Briggs.
Boo!
Well, I mean, there was no favorite in that match. I wanted everybody to lose.
No, absolutely. I thought that Team Stife, Corazon, and Adonis, were the favorite because clearly they were the more face faction of or face state.
Yeah, but Adonis
Stable.
Briggs kind of ruins that.
Oh yeah, his
And
ego
also,
came into play. Super
Wrath of the
harsh.
Wicked, they've been together, even though they haven't been together a long time, they at least have chemistry of working together.
Yeah, and Sammy and Voodoo clearly, or Bones, clearly work together a lot better than Sammy and Amadeus because, as when we had Sammy on the last time on this podcast, he had mentioned that there's not so much as a clear chemistry between the two, even though they are within the same faction. However, this match, we really did see them working very cohesively to get the W. Although I'll say one thing, man. I am constantly impressed by Adonis Briggs. He is a real wrecking ball when it comes to, the ring. And I want to see more from him. I want to see him back in action. I need to see him again. That dude is crazy talented. And he
Yeah, I
really
have a
brings a
feeling we're
certain
going to be seeing him.
essence. He's got an ego, that's for damn sure, but he can back it up. That's the one thing that's really impressive. We've seen Corazon for a couple months, and he's talented, but I'm kind of questioning his in ring a lot lately. He's slipping a little bit here and there, and I feel like he could really shine a lot brighter than where he's really putting himself at right now, man. I want to see Corazon as a major part of PWSPO. But lately I haven't really seen him stepping up to the podium.
All right. Next up, we have a singles match for the Hybrid Championship between challenger Connor Claxton versus champion the Feral Face with Skills the Great. Before the match started, Claxton announced that he only does things one way, and this match is now a no DQ. Back and forth action early as both competitors exchange strikes. Fates hits a flying headbutt to take control, then hits a flurry of offense, concluding with a diving headbutt for a 2 count. Face goes through the top rope for a diving headbutt, but Claxton is able to get out of the way. Claxton hits a running shoulder for a 2 count. Claxton then tosses Face to the outside. Face eventually re-enters and attempts to whip Claxton into the corner, but Claxton bounces back with a big clothesline. Claxton takes control and continues the beatdown. Claxton hits a back body drop for a 2. He then hits a back kick for another 2. Moments later, Face reverses a running attack into a jawbreaker. Face attempts a chokehold, but Claxton fights out. Face hits a full Nelson something. Like it started in the full Nelson position, but then he flipped him. I don't know what it's called.
He's done that move a couple of times, and it's really cool looking. I like it.
Yeah. And then a Samoan drop. Face attempts another chokehold, but Claxton fights out. Face then hits a big sit-out pile driver for a 2 count. Face attempts yet another chokehold. Claxton grabs the trash can lid from under the ring and uses it to escape the hold. Claxton nails Face with a pair of headshots with the trash can lid, and then hits a brainbuster on the lid.
Those freaking hits, man. Oh my God.
Claxton covers for a 2 count. Claxton brings a chair into the ring and sets it up, and then pours thumbtacks all over the seat of the chair. Claxton hits a big slam onto the thumbtack covered chair for a 2 count. Claxton lifts Face into the rack position, but Face escapes and locks in another chokehold with all of his weight on Claxton. Claxton drops Face back into the thumbtacks to break the hold, but like a scene from a horror movie, Face sits up behind Claxton, locking him in for one last chokehold. Claxton fades into unconsciousness, and Face is declared the winner. Face retains the hybrid championship by pass out. Sorry.
Submission.
It wasn't a submission, it was knockout. So knockout, yes.
Yeah. I believe this was the first time, correct me if I'm wrong, at the Pro Wrestling Star Academy where thumbtacks have been involved in a match.
Second.
It is the second? What was the
there
first?
There was a Pat Dynamite match because he had thumbtacks.
Oh, yeah, you weren't there.
Exactly why I say correct me if I'm wrong, because I haven't been at every show, so.
Yeah, but those, let's just say they weren't the best quality thumbtacks. These were some push pins, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
but those were like.
And
There's
Face
one
did.
spot
You see him making snow angels. He's at one
After
point
the
in
match,
in the
yeah.
match. He's just flapping in it. I'm like,
We
that
have
dude's
seen that
insane.
before in Gloucester
Yeah.
when Face took on Johnny in a death match.
It was so subtle though that it was just like, wow, this dude really is like the death of destruction.
Oh yeah, dude, his promo when he was about to fight Johnny, he's just smashing light tubes over his head.
Yeah.
And then he's like eating them.
Oh, I can only
No, guy's
imagine.
Guy's
I
nuts.
mean, like a push pin in your back, like that's like ow. Like how are you not hitting major nerves?
So our next punishment is to take a choke slam onto thumbtacks.
I quit.
Well, speaking of that, the only thing worse than that is the spot
Fuck
I saw.
no.
Is the spot in
Fuck
that match.
No. I will never take thumbtacks. Done. No. I don't care about the PG rating. Fuck no.
Am I muted or something? Can
I think you
guys
are.
not hear me at all? Because my mic's.
We hear you. Okay. Next up, we had intermission.
Intermission. Do 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 do.
Let's go out to the lobby. Welcome back. Now you're muted.
No,
You
I'm
weren't.
not.
Okay,
not.
you weren't muted before, but we can hear you now.
All right. Well, I was trying to say was one of the spots in this match I've been trying to say for the last 2 minutes.
Maybe you were
where
muted.
No, I have not been muted. Is where he does the pile driver onto the chair with the tacks on the chair. Like, I cringed when I saw that.
I don't think it was a pile driver.
Yeah, he did a pile driver. He did a sit down pile driver onto the chair. I wish I could pull up the foot.
No, it was.
Was it like a Death Valley driver?
Yeah, no, it was a DVD. It wasn't a pile driver. Or something. Yeah, because I couldn't identify it, but I can identify a pile driver. It wasn't a pile driver. It was like a kind of like
I could do
like a Razor's Edge.
Damn it! Go on YouTube and look.
Here it is. Here it is. Yeah, that's not a pile driver.
It's not a Death Valley driver either. It was
No,
just like a body slam.
Body slam. Yeah.
Yeah,
it was like a body slam.
It was like something.
That's what I said.
It was
He
like
slams
pile
him onto
driver. It was like pile driver esque because that was head first.
But I mean,
yeah, but
it's more of a body slam. Yeah.
A body slam that you don't go down on top of your head first.
Well, the chair's in the way.
It's almost
if the
like
chair wasn't there, it would have been a body slam.
Almost like a modified
Here it is, right here.
Michinoku driver.
Yeah, it's a body slam.
I'll give you that.
It's like
But,
a modified
no.
Michinoku driver. Not necessarily a body slam. You go back first. He went head first.
If the chair wasn't there, he would have.
Well, if the
Yeah.
chair wasn't there, that move wouldn't have been like that.
If the
So
chair
the
wasn't there, it
design
would
of
have
the
still been a
move
body
was
slam.
the design of the move was head first.
I mean, he hit
Not
back
body
first.
slam into it.
He hit
Either
back first.
or. That shit was crazy.
Oh,
Yeah,
I
that
felt
shit's
that
definitely
pain deep in my
cringe.
back, and I wasn't even in the match.
all right. This is our guest's match coming up next. Yeah. Or are we? Do we already? Are we good? Okay. Coming back from intermission, we had a singles match for the Silver Skywalker Championship between challenger J.J. Smith and champion Declan Grant. Declan Grant requested this match on our and talked about it on our show after they were both a part of the Scramble match last week. To start the match, Declan offers a handshake, which J.J. accepts, only to receive a slap. J.J. slaps back and they start exchanging fists. J.J.'s glasses go flying as they go blow for blow. JJ gets the upper hand and hits a series of moves, including a leg scissor that ended up sending Declan junk first into the bottom rope. JJ then hits a drop kick, sending Declan to the outside. JJ misses with a flying attack to the outside, and Declan takes advantage. He beats JJ down on the outside until JJ reverses a whip into the post and regains his momentum. JJ tosses Declan into the ring and heads for the top rope, but Declan sends him crashing to the mat. Declan hits a big vertical suplex for a 2 count. Declan continues the beatdown and hits a splash in the corner and then something for a 2 count. Declan taunts JJ, but JJ fires up and hits a series of moves that concludes with a diving headbutt for a 2. Scrolling. Declan reverses an attack into a kryptonite crunch for a 2 count. Then Declan attempts his finisher, but JJ reverses into a stunner, then hits a pedigree for a 2 count. JJ argues with the ref long enough for Declan to recover, and Declan rolls JJ up for the 3 count. Declan defeats JJ Smith to retain the Silver Skywalker Championship, but after the match, Declan offers a handshake only to deliver a low blow, and then out comes the plastic bag. Declan puts JJ's head into the bag and then hits a big pile driver. Declan poses over JJ before exiting. JJ gets up, pushes the ref, and snaps at the crowd.
Crazy, man. It was crazy. I was not expecting. I knew JJ was going to be pissed, but I didn't expect him to take it out on the crowd. And we discussed it earlier on the show. You know, he did apologize for his behavior afterwards, but he's got a hot temper, and this is something that he's known for.
Yeah.
This match here, you know, we had Declan on last week. I am, I'm a fan of Declan, even though he doesn't give a shit about us. I really
I'm
thought,
almost a fan of him in spite of him.
yeah, exactly. That's what it
Like,
is,
I'm
BJ.
trolling.
That's what it
Hold on.
is.
It's almost like Primus sucks.
I am
Yeah.
a fan
It's the
of
opposite of
Declan
that.
Grant to purposely spite him.
Yeah,
Okay.
I know he hates it.
Yeah, that's what it is. You know, we
I'm
don't
gonna
like
make a
him, but
"We
we
Love
like
You"
him.
Declan sign next week.
Please do, or this Friday, yeah. But Declan made it seem like this was going to be quick work, and we addressed this earlier, but we've seen JJ work in the ring, and he's not the type to go out there and just take a couple hits, fall down, get the 3 count.
No, he's
Like,
not a pushover.
no, not by any means. He may look like it because of, the nerd gimmick and what the nerd stigma is. But the bottom line is, like, Declan wasn't expecting the fight that he got Friday night. He was expecting it to be easy. This was not easy. And
The look of shock on his face when he took that first slap that told the story right there. He's like, oh, wow, I'm in for a fight tonight.
He was like, oh, I was not expecting this, because he had such limited interactions during the Skywalker Scramble, because,
Right.
Vegigante was all over the place.
Yeah, Skywalker Scramble, you're right.
Yeah. Vegigante was all over the place. You had Alex Rivera in there. You know what I mean? Like Twitch. You know what I mean? Like, he was so focused on everybody, he didn't really know what really lies behind JJ Smith. And so I definitely think he came through and delivered.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree with that.
Next, we have a singles match between Alex Rivera with Mike Trash and Tommy Biz versus Boom Harden. This one starts slow with both with both competitors grappling on the mat. Eventually, Boom locks Alex in a calf crusher, but Alex is able to reach the rope with the help of Mike Trash and Tommy Biz. Alex wears down Boom, choking him on the ropes. Boom is then busted open by a kick to the face. Alex is in full control and he hits something for a 2 count. There were so many moves I couldn't identify on this show. Usually I'm like 90% like I know what they're doing. Boom attempts to fight his way back into the match to no avail. Alex wears Boom down with a chokehold. Alex taunts Boom and Boom answers with a chop. They deliver strikes back and forth until Boom gets the upper hand. Boom hits a series of moves, concluding with a back body drop for a 2 count. Boom turns his attention to Mike Trash and Tommy Biz long enough for Alex to recover and hit a big spear on Boom for another 2 count. Mike Trash jumps on the apron and Alex lifts Boom into a fireman's carry. Alex notices Mike Trash on the apron and tells him to get down. This gives Boom time to wiggle free and Boom pushes Alex into Trash and then hits his finisher for the 3 count. After the match, Alex screams at Mike Trash.
Yeah, that match definitely had an interesting ending to it, and on top of that, we kind of saw it last week too, with the little baby belt being presented to Alex.
We're starting to see fractures in this group.
I think there were fractures there to begin with that were just being overshadowed thanks to Lavari.
Yeah, they are super loosely affiliated.
You know, so he kind of had beef with Billy, and that kind of helped them out a little bit.
Now that Danny's not here, I felt it was appropriate to put on a Wicked Work shirt. Oh, I'm all out of tequila, Ginge.
Was it just because I was talking about the Alex Rivera match?
Probably.
But yeah, there's definitely a moment. Classy Mike Trash gets up on the apron, and Boom gets out of the way. Alex knocks him off right into the wall.
Yeah.
Well, Boom pushed him.
That, but yeah, Boom pushed Alex right into Mike Trash.
Well, yeah. Mike Trash did belong on that apron anyway.
2 feet of space there. He hit the wall hard.
Yeah, he did. Especially for such an old man. I'm sure that, didn't feel too great the next day.
Unfortunately, he still remembered how to use his megaphone when he woke up. Yeah.
But I'm curious to see how deep these fractures go.
Did you mention? I'm sorry, I was away at the bathroom. So, did you mention that this was the first time that these two opponents had taken on each other?
I did not, but
no.
When I wrote this, I was like trying to hurry.
Yeah, no, I just wanted. I thought that was a fascinating thing to pull up, considering like these have both been like powerhouse dynamos of the Pro Wrestling Star Academy.
Yeah.
So the fact that neither of them have been in a singles, a tag team, a scramble match of any kind within any promotion, like I felt like that was almost an additional like accoutrement to this match. It felt like it was so special. The fact that this was the first time that these two were colliding in the ring, and it was awesome.
Oh,
yeah.
Sorry, that was me marking out.
There.
Super Mark. Oh, BJ needs another beer. That should be another channel.
Yeah, he's the guy leading all this. So, now we're literally put on pause.
Well, after this match, we had, I don't know, because I don't think I did clips yet for this next match. I think the next tag was the Control Chaos versus the Graysons.
Yes.
Yes.
Or Backseat Boys. I apologize.
Yeah, not the Amazing Graysons anymore.
That was our
years
next
ago.
match.
All right. I'll wait till I open this then.
Nah, man, go for it. You know what I mean? Like,
I can do 6 things at once.
There you go.
Next, we have a tag team match for the SPO Tag Team Championship between challengers The Backseat Boys,
Championship.
Tommy and JP Grayson, versus the champions, Controlled Chaos, Papa Juice and Kid Chaos. To start the match, JP uses a little trickery to gain the early advantage, but Papa Juice is able to take control. He hits a spinning wheel kick for a 1 count. JP fights Juice into the corner and tags in Tommy. The Backseats hit their classic double back elbow. Okay, hold on. The Backseats hit their classic double back elbow, double elbow drop, and kip up. That's a mouthful. Tommy goes for a splash, but Juice evades. Tag to Kid Chaos, and they hit a pair of double team maneuvers. Chaos covers for a 2 count. Tommy reverses an armbar and hits a few strikes, but Chaos avoids a running corner attack and hits a pair of arm drags. Kid Chaos holds on and locks Tommy into an armbar. JP walks across the apron toward the neutral corner as Papa Juice approaches. The ref turns his back on the action to get Juice back to the corner. And while the ref's back is turned, JP takes out the legs of Kid Chaos. Tommy hits a drop kick to the face. JP tags in and continues the beatdown. The Backseats use quick tags and double team moves to wear down Kid Chaos. Chaos eventually gets to the corner for a hot tag to Papa Juice. Juice hits an enziguri and then a reverse sling blade on Tommy, then a back spinning wheel kick. Juice lifts Tommy, but JP causes a distraction and Tommy escapes. Tommy sends Juice shoulder first into the ring post and Juice falls to the outside. Back in the ring, Tommy hits a double leg drop to the midsection and tags in JP. JP attempts his devil's kiss, and Juice almost avoids it, but JP hits it for 7 thrusts.
That pissed me off.
Yeah, 7.
You
Come
really
on.
counted them?
Yeah.
Okay.
But that just pissed me off that he got to commit it. At first I was like, yeah, Juice, you got out. But nope. Like a cobra, fang, locked in. Weird.
Oh, the neck nuts special.
The neck nuts to the 10th degree.
The original neck nuts right here. JP locks in a front headlock and then hits a world's strongest slam. Tag to Tommy, who goes to the top and hits a classic backseat assisted top rope splash for a 2 count. And then a 1. Kid Chaos breaks up the 3rd pin attempt.
You mean the acid reflux?
Is that okay? Yeah. I was like, I know there's a name for this, but I totally blanked on it. That was also like 4 in the morning when I was.
Is that what that's called?
The acid
reflux. Where they do the
when Tommy gets up, and JP grabs hands and they cross.
Johnny and Trent did that.
You know, I can't stand the Graysons. I love that move.
What did I call it? The classic backseat assisted top rope splash.
There you go.
I described
back seats.
All right,
no,
Robbie.
I'll do that later. I think. Kid Chaos breaks up the 3rd pin attempt. As the ref escorts Chaos back to his corner, the Backseats double team Juice. Moments later, Juice is locked in a front face lock, but fighting his way to the corner when Tommy pulls the ref away from the action. Juice makes it to the corner for a tag, but the ref doesn't see it. Backseats hit another double team move as the refs deal with Kid Chaos. Tommy covers for a 1 count. Tag to JP, who continues to work over Juice. Juice hits a tornado DDT, and both men are down. JP is up first and tags Tommy, followed by Juice falling into the tag from Chaos. Chaos fires up and takes down Tommy as well as JP with a flurry of offense and goes for the pin, but it's broken up by JP. Moments later, JP reverses a crossbody into a Death Valley driver. Juice hits a snap German suplex on JP. Tommy nails Juice with a Yakuza kick. Chaos hits Tommy with a code breaker and everyone is down. As everyone makes it back to their feet, JP tags Tommy and Chaos tags Juice. They go strike for strike until JP hits a forearm, taking down Juice. Tag to Tommy and they set up Juice for the T gimmick, but Chaos makes the save. Juice tags in Chaos, but Chaos is quickly overtaken by Tommy. Chaos hits a cutter and tags in Juice. Juice heads for the top rope, but he's knocked to the mat by Robbie Illuminati, who is on commentary. The bell rings, and this one is ruled a no contest.
Because Robbie is absolute trash.
I mean, he's great on commentary.
He's great on commentary, but he's absolute trash, just like Justified trash. So he falls in sync with the backseat trash.
Yeah, Pete drank tequila tonight.
I blame you. And Cinco de Mayo. Happy Cinco de Mayo.
You fucking mark!
What makes me mark about this?
I don't know.
By calling JP trash.
Yeah, I'll allow it.
Well, I always say JP stood for junk pile, so that's why I called him trash.
Doesn't work for me, brother.
Appreciate it, Hogan. Yeah, this was a good match. I wish it didn't end in that debauchery, but I'm glad to see that, going into this, clearly, Control Chaos, I lost that backcountry because of them. They lost in their match, but I didn't care because I still believe they're the best tag team in the world, even though Kid Chaos frog splashed his father 2 weeks ago. That was a very comical moment, but it's not great teamwork right there, guys. Like, come on. I was happy to see that they retained the titles because I was 100% sure that the back seats were going to pull some kind of tomfoolery, some shenanigans, and get these titles. Whether Angel Orsini came out as the GM, her banner's still on the back wall, so we're still
I was
stuck looking at
convinced.
her face, even though she wasn't actually there.
You heard me last week. I was like,
Yeah.
I think this might be where they lose the belts.
BJ and I were in the car talking about it on the way back from the show, and after Stratosphere, shout out Stratosphere Brewing, the official home of the BJ and DG podcast after every Friday night SPO, because they're open until like midnight.
Well, part of it.
Just for us.
Just for us. But, BJPP Talk Wrestling. At Stratosphere Academy.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, we would get
those
flagged for
initials
that.
should not be. Yeah.
That doesn't work for me, brother. But anyway, damn. Yeah, no, great match. Glad that Controlled Chaos retained the titles, kept them on their belts because they deserve them. I was scared. I didn't know if they were going to retain, but they did, and so I was
hate
happy
to see
that.
them retain them this way, but
I'll take it
they retain
because
them.
the back seats would pull some kind of weird shenanigan, just to get those titles. So, I don't care that it happened this way. I'm happy. I'm glad. And also, I'm glad that Papa Juice didn't get roped up this week.
Yes. Yeah, that was hard to watch last week.
Yeah.
After the match, Robbie continues to beat down on Controlled Chaos, and moments later, PWU champion Pat Dynamite makes his way to the ring for their scheduled match. This match is a singles match for the PWU Championship between challenger Robbie Illuminati with his little brother and Skills the Great versus champion Pat Dynamite. Pat enters and attacks, then hits a dropkick, sending Robbie out of the ring. The bell rings to officially start the match as Pat hits a dive to the outside onto Robbie and Skills. Back in the ring, Pat takes down Robbie with a clothesline and climbs to the second rope. But Robbie recovers and hits Pat with a body shot as his little brother holds Dynamite's leg, leaving Pat seated on the top rope. Robbie chokeslams Pat back first into the turnbuckle. On the outside, Robbie hits a chokeslam on the apron. Back in the ring, Robbie hits a jumping knee drop for a 2 count. Dynamite fights out of a hold but fails to get the upper hand. Robbie calls for a DDT, but Pat fights Robbie into the corner and hits multiple kicks to the gut. Moments later, Pat hits the red 9, but only for a 2 count. Pat sets up for the rock and rave, but Robbie fights out and battles Pat into the corner. Robbie hits several strikes and then a spear for a 2 count. And when I say several strikes, he was like chop, slap, chop, slap, chop, slap, chop. It was like 20 strikes in 10 seconds.
Very coordinated attack.
Yeah. Where was I?
Titties.
Both men then take each other out with a double clothesline. As both men make it to their feet, they trade strikes until Pat hits a DDT on Robbie. Not just the DDT. I mean, this was like the Robbie DDT that Pat hit on Robbie. Pat goes for a pin, but the ref is pulled out of the ring by Robbie's entourage. Skills climbs to the apron, and Pat grabs him, but the back seats hit the ring for the save. This brings out Controlled Chaos, who attack the back seats. Everyone not involved in the match leaves the ring, and Pat reverses a DDT into a crossface. With no other option, Robbie taps out. Pat Dynamite defeats Ruby. Pat Dynamite defeats Robbie Illuminati by submission for
Ruby!
the Silver Skywalker Championship. After the match, the backseats attack Pat, which brings out Pat's tag team partner and SPO champion, Billboard Bill Gold. Bill chases the heels from the ring, and Don Montoya comes to ringside to announce an 8-man dodgeball match for next week.
I don't know what that means. Like, I get I know the movie, and but what is the guy like? Are they actually playing dodgeball? Because I don't want a ball thrown at my face.
That's what they made it sound like.
Because it's an elimination tag, so
I'm
I'm
really
assuming
not-
that one by one by one by one. But
Yeah, this is screaming lawsuit. It's a small building.
You know what? You know what? This is clue to me. Looking at this graphic, it's not often we can say in a match where there's so many champions that the back seats are not among those holding gold or silver.
wow,
In this case.
literally,
They're literally the only
person.
ones with no gold in this match. Wow.
I need this framed.
Just everyone with glorious belts except the backseat.
I don't care that Jay, George, and Robbie are on there. Honestly, the fact that the backseats are just like, yeah, but we don't have belts.
And if you look at the team names, it's Freak the Chaos versus the Black Seat Boys.
That's racist.
What, Freak the Chaos?
Yep.
I mean, it might be appropriation,
Freak
but
the
I don't
Chaos.
think it's
That's
necessarily
Yep.
racist.
That's the one, absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely. That's the one, BJ, not the Black Seat Boys.
Well, if that's racist, then Blackout's racist.
No. Blackouts happen all the time. It's when the city grid shuts down.
No, BLKOUT.
But anyway.
And I know Blackout's
Ant-Man.
not racist because I've high-fived Ruckus.
Maybe it's just good PR. Moving on, though. 8-man elimination tag. Who you guys think picks this up?
Well, just on the idea that this is a match and not a dodgeball game.
Yeah. You guys go on that assumption of it being a match. I wouldn't be surprised if somehow dodgeballs are involved. So I guess make sure you're paying attention to the match.
Someone's getting CTE, and it might not necessarily be someone in the match.
I just don't know how that's going to incorporate, but obviously I am going to pick Freak the Chaos simply because you've got the best tag team in the world. You've got our PW champion. I was about to say Silver Skywalker, but he's not that anymore. He's elevated.
Our SPO champion, you got our
Dynamite.
Flute champion, you got our SPO tag champion.
You have a team of champions versus a team of losers.
Well, half champions.
Half losers. What more do you want me to say?
I already know which way Pete's picking. So
I already said it.
There are some other matches. We'll discuss the other one that was kind of spoken about earlier real quick. This triple threat with Boom Harden, Sam Reaper, and our guest from earlier, JJ Smith.
Prior to this, I probably would have said Boom because he really has shown why he is commendable of the honor of being the best technical wrestler in New Jersey. However, JJ Smith, with his recent action and matches, having him on tonight, really talking in depth about who he really is becoming as a wrestler, I gotta say I'm rooting for JJ in this.
Okay.
He definitely made an impression, but You know what? Yeah. I see him winning this. Because I can definitely see a situation where Boom is taken out and JJ just unloads on Reaper.
Yup.
Yeah.
All right. The
Well
next match.
deserved.
I I didn't say that.
I did.
Next match, a fatal four-way. Malik Machiavelli, Corazon, Sam Adams, and Luke Ezra Coleman.
I'm surprised to see Ezra teamed up with Sam Adams, considering
They're
last
not
week.
teaming.
The
Fatal,
Fatal
four-way.
Oh, okay. That makes this make more sense than when I initially saw it. I was like, "Wait, is this a tag? Like, what the hell?" But okay. Wow, we've got 3 high flyers and 1
Guy.
guy.
And
We've
one
seen
jerk.
one jerk. We've seen what Machiavelli can do. We've seen Corazon, and we've seen Ezra. They're dynamos in the ring. Sam Adams, I'm curious to see if he can hold his own against these guys because he's really going to have to bring his A game. Bottom line.
So Sam Adams is my pick in this one, but please, for the love of God, like make a different face in your promo pictures. Like it's
I
almost
like the
like
duck
duck
face.
It's like, come on. Everyone else looks like normal, and then here he is looking like a girl in the mall.
Mom, take me to go get my ear pierced.
Right?
Moving on. Kid Legend versus Alex Rivera.
Oh wow, I was totally wearing a Kid Legend shirt earlier.
Wow, yeah, then you swapped. That's crazy.
Yeah, no, I'm not gonna go change again, but yeah, I got Legend on this one.
Legend.
All right. Twitch versus Grant for the Skywalker Championship.
This is the exact reason why I switched my plans Friday. I had something that I needed to do, but I said, bro, I can't do it this week. We got to push it to maybe next week because the match that I needed to see, Twitch versus Declan.
Well, you realize anytime you're not at the Pro Wrestling Star Academy, the match
Except
you've
that
been
you-
dying to see is happening.
It's crazy, dude. I'm like, are you kidding me? So no,
You know what?
I was
Remind me to send you my footage from Billy Alex 1. I have the whole thing, 17 minutes.
Hey BJ, send it to me.
I mean, we'll talk about
Later.
that later.
Not now.
So,
How long ago was that match? Were you?
A while ago now.
I've seen Billy versus Alex round 7.
Yeah, no, you weren't there for the
So,
first one now, and that was
who-
the match you were dying to see.
Yeah.
So, Pete, who are you riding with on this one?
Oof. I know Twitch will punch me in the face if I don't root for him.
So will Declan.
So will Declan, yeah.
Yeah, but Declan, he doesn't see me as often. He's pretty. He does the Irish goodbye pretty quickly. So you know what I mean.
I still think he popped your tire.
Yeah, exactly. Bottom line is, I want Twitch. However, I know Declan is shooting for 301. He wants to beat Pat. So sadly, I have to pick Declan.
Why does he have his finger in his mouth?
He always does, man. It's weird, but like I guess it's
grimy
like,
bastard. Yeah.
he's gonna put it in your ear.
Oh, is that like he's threatening a wet willy? Is that what that is?
I think that's what that is.
All right, I'm going with Declan Grant then.
Yeah, right. Nobody wants a wet willy.
No, yeah. Declan wins this match. Twitch. There's a lot of fight in him. But yeah, no. Declan's.
I feel like Twitch's showboating's going to get to him, and I don't mean that like, he talks a lot of smack and he really colors up a lot of stuff. So it's like I feel like he's going to get lost in that, and Declan's going to capitalize.
Yeah. But does Twitch end up wearing a plastic bag?
Ooh, that's an interesting parlay.
I mean, yes, probably most likely if Declan wins, but we do have one more match to talk about.
Yeah. If Declan wins, then absolutely, yeah, he's getting wrapped. Bag him and tag him, as Declan says.
Well, our last match to talk about is a match that was supposed to happen, I want to say, before Vegas.
I don't know if I should drink that.
And that's for the Hybrid Championship. Dr. Redacted versus the Feral Face.
Nice.
Hybrid World Championship.
Face is just on a tear of just destroying deathmatch legends, and I don't think this is going to be any different.
Face. 150% face.
Like, this is one where I feel like we might get some blood on us.
I just hope that Dr. Redacted shows up this time.
True.
You know, he clearly chickened out last time because he was afraid of the feral face.
He was
Bottom
needed
line.
in surgery.
Possibly. But guess what? If you're going to be booked on that day, you show up. Especially when you're fighting for the Hybrid World Title Championship. Heavyweight Championship. So, Friday night, Dr. Redacted, show up, and you're going to get beat down. Because the feral face is the Cougar Conqueror.
The MILF Hunter.
I thought it was the MILF Masher.
Well, no, MILF Hunter, Cougar Conqueror. There's plenty of names. Yeah, there's so many names at this point. But yeah, an exciting show coming up this Friday. I think we're all looking forward to it. You rearranged your plans just to be able to make it.
I did.
Yeah, great show today, guys. Thank you again to JJ Smith for coming on and joining us.
And also major shout out to our homie Danny Aura.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Popping on, hanging out with us, representing
Very
Wicked
good
Works.
things. Very good things to come from this partnership.
Yes. Really looking forward to that. So stay tuned because big things are coming. We're just getting all figuring out how to get to where we want to be. But a lot of cool things coming. You could be hearing about other shows that aren't necessarily in our neck of the woods. So that's exciting as well. But on that note, it is time for us to go. We all have stuff to do.
I got like 6 more paragraphs here.
Be good.
I got food to eat.
Well, you know, while you're waiting to read those paragraphs, go eat some winter rolls. Anyway, on that note, that was BJ. This is Pete the Wall Peters over here.
Now I have to cook.
And I'm the Danger Ginger. And you can catch us Saturday for our live watch along of WWE Backlash with myself and BJ. You know, and this guy's just trying to keep hopping back in.
It's empty.
Anyway, everybody have.
Everybody, have a wonderful week. We will see you this Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday. We're just getting them watch hours in, guys, and doing our thing. Everybody, like I said, everybody be good to each other, and we'll see you next time for Indie Spotlight.
Adios. Happy Cinco de Mayo.
Bye.
It's my Y Heavyweight Champion, Big Billy Gold! You're watching BJ and DG talk wrestling, and that's gold! That's Billboard Billy Gold! And this is gold! This is Billboard BJ and DG talks gold!